Yes, gentlemen, good morning.
Yes.
Morning, Kwame.
Yeah, Rich, what do you have?
Kwame, where's that little girl?
Liz.
Liz, is it that little?
No, she's a big woman.
With a very soft voice, right?
Yeah, she's a big
But
woman.
I hear she was telling somebody that today she wants you to play "I'm 16 Years" for her by Miss Bell. So I was wondering whether she's 16
Yeah, that
years.
song was that popular a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I don't know about now.
How about the Ibisa? Okay, so this is the on the front page of the daily graphic. We have pictures of some top members of parliament and some beautiful children, beautiful, handsome children. Here on the front page. Belada here for the first deputy speaker, together with his team of minority and majority leaders. Afenyo marking, is it Apenyo or Afenyo? Which is which? Apenyo, okay. But oftentimes I see F.
Okay,
I know it's
so
Apenyo, so
the pronunciation.
don't tell me. Are you other way?
That's what my every friends told me.
Okay.
That's the name is pronounced
Kofi learned
Afenyo.
phonetics.
Afenyo.
So Kofi can help us. Okay, Apenyo, okay. Then Mama Yaga, together with the kids, very nice picture on the front page, and I can see my own friend Atuafo, the general manager.
Graphic?
MD, yes, Kwabotre boy. Anyway, Parliament Junior Graphic Launch Project on Democracy, and a story by Nana Kwame Dwomoh-Agyemang. GDP grows 6.4% in first quarter of 2026. ICT, mining, trade, drive economy. Now, graphic business, Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting discusses cyber fraud on Tuesday. I think the inside, I saw a story which caught my fancy, and I think on the page 19 or so. Let me see. Yes, it says, this is a poll by the IEA. Ghanaians support President Mohammed's handling of economy and infrastructure. I think the IEA had a poll, and they just serialized the various areas that they think are of importance to Ghanaians. There's also on the page 18, cocoa farmers will not be abandoned. Togbe Baumia. I don't know whether it's a Togbe or it's a Alaji. Anyway, so that is also one of the stories in the inside pages of the daily graphic. Health workforce key to universal health coverage. Vice President. Obsession for political power, cause of indiscipline. Fifi Kwete. Then on the back page, born abroad, black stars by choice. How Ghana turned diaspora into competitive advantage. A piece there by Kweku Zurich, and on the black stars. And on the spot page itself, we have a no white for Jersey Ghana as FIFA rules out Anansi inspired Hobby Kid. Kwame, I don't understand that. No, they said we can't wear our Anansi jersey.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so there are technicalities when it comes to jerseys.
Right.
The designs have to meet certain FIFA standards. So you can choose whatever design you want, but as long as it doesn't meet the standards that are set by FIFA, then you can use it. So
but why do you also choose designs?
So the question that was asked was, when it was done, why didn't we share with FIFA? Oh, is this okay? And then it's passed. But it looks like we didn't do that.
Just say,
hey, Charlie.
Songo will say, hey, Bibia, Basa. What kind of, what is this?
So unfortunately, we can't use the one with the Anansi thing like that.
Is it the white one?
Yeah, the white one, yes.
But
it's not just us. I think I saw a case involving Haiti as well.
But of course,
they also,
Ghana, this is
they also had a design on their sleeve, and FIFA is asking them to take it off.
Yeah. Why Haiti and Ghana? Why?
So Kwame, I mean, so at this point, our official jersey will be just one color, or the white can now be turned to something else, red.
Okay, so I just say it's not made at Newtown, where you can just go and start another
Imagine.
one. So it's done by Puma.
Yes.
The ones who sponsor us. So they would probably have to. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe do a design without, so that maybe we'll just be playing something like that.
Within this period.
Oh, they can.
So when did this directive come? This directive of.
I got to know about this
But
just
3 days
48
ago.
hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 48
Hi,
hours ago.
Charlie.
And they would have been for these companies, they plan long term, so they would have even sold or started selling these replica jerseys. So if all of a sudden they have to do another one,
Wow.
So
I mean,
so now so we can wear the replica to the stadium.
Oh yes, that one I think you can.
Is
oh
it
yes, that one
acceptable?
as a fan, nothing stops you. But
but
for
the
the
players
players,
cannot wear
they
it.
can't.
cannot
Oh,
wear
that's the way. So
Yeah. For the
fans.
fans. So I'm
If
sure
that is
people
the
will
case,
still
then-
go with selling the replica to the fans, but the main jerseys, yeah.
So you are saying on record that our official jersey will be the yellow.
Yeah, I think
We can't wear the white.
At
for-
this point, we
it's not
can't,
fit for purpose.
We can't do the Anansi one.
the Nancy
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But I think we can do another one, but not that.
So we
Any
can
other
do,
one apart
so
from the Anansi
So
one.
we should be expectant that in all our matches we wear yellow.
Okay, I can't decide at this point. Or
No.
At least for
No,
the-
but
I,
it makes-
I can't give a definite answer at this point.
Oh,
What
why?
I can say is that we can't use the one with the Anansi. That one I can say.
And so I can infer from what you have told me
Yes.
and your listeners that our white there is not fit for purpose.
With the Anansi, it's not fit for purpose.
But you know, Doc doesn't like.
So this is how it works. Normally you have two jerseys.
Right.
Normally you have two jerseys.
Yes.
And then you
There's
have
a
a
third
third.
one, yes.
There is a third for eventualities
Yeah,
and complications and color complications and all of that. So for example, if let's say my first jersey is white and your first jersey, you are from another country, your first jersey is also white, obviously it becomes a challenge.
Right.
So before the game, FIFA has a way of deciding whether through all kinds of means, and then we will decide that you will be the home team and the other one will be the away team.
Okay.
So you have a first jersey, which is normally your home team. There's a second jersey, which is normally your away jersey, and there's a third jersey just for complications that may come up
Okay.
with colors and all of that. So we would still have a third jersey,
Sure.
just in case.
Do you know whether we have a third jersey?
We have.
We
should have.
as a country, do we know?
Yes, we should have. So if we are not doing
No,
an
it's
answer-
not what we should have.
So
No.
this is what I
Kwame,
foresee
we are not
happening.
talking about we should
At
have.
this point, the answer is gone. At this point, the answer is gone. So I foresee a black and a yellow.
No.
Black
Don't
and
tell
yellow?
me
Yes.
you foresee.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that language. You foresee, dear. It's like you are
I
still
don't expect to
speculating.
see us in.
How is it that this
in
country?
a violet jersey.
No, but how is it that in this country you are going to a tournament like this, and the FA is not bothered to tell us which colors we are even using for this tournament? Because as far as I know, I have not heard of any press conference. I've checked with the sports guys, including yourself, and I have not. In fact, clearly you are even speculating. You don't even know the colors we are even taking to this World Cup.
This is the thing. We are familiar with certain colors already.
yeah.
So it's white,
Yeah.
black,
Still
and
speculation.
yellow.
Still you are in
With
the
a,
arena
with
of
a fair bit
speculation.
of red in there somewhere. Yeah.
Still, you are still in the arena of speculation. What if the third color, to all intent, the GFA will come and show a purple third color?
I don't
Because we
foresee
don't
that.
know as a nation
I don't foresee
what
that.
colours, you know,
which
we are
colors we are even
taking.
using or taking into this tournament.
That's
And
what
it
I'm
is
saying.
problematic. I don't understand.
I don't foresee.
What is wrong with this your cat? Huh? Kwame.
Ebefa.
And he's seeking for a third term. And Okodada.
At this point, he's enjoying his second term.
And
He technically can go for a third, but he hasn't said he will do that.
technically, how?
Yes.
How?
Okay, so you remember at some point in 2019 when we had the issues with Lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi
Sure.
on the back of the Anas expose?
Yes.
We had a normalization committee.
Yes.
Per the rules of the normalization committee, you could only do 2 terms at the time, which was approved by CAF, FIFA, and all of that.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing. The FIFA boss himself wants to go for another
But
term.
yes.
So what the FA is also technically doing, if at the very highest level, chairman himself can go for a third term, then it's only fair that we sync.
Highly nonsensical.
We sync.
Wait,
We
wait.
sync.
Stop.
No, let me
Don't go
explain
there.
what is
Don't
there.
go-
Then
no,
you
no,
can come in with your
highly
opinion.
nonsensical.
Yeah, that is.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. Let me explain what it is, and then you come in with your opinion. So, if at the highest level the FIFA president himself can go for a third, then it's only fair that the local federation also syncs
It's
their
not-
their
I agree,
term
I agree, I
with
agree.
the higher body. So
I
the
agree.
possibility that he could go for a third
I
is
agree.
very high, but he hasn't said he would.
But everything shows that he will.
I don't know.
So,
I can't
so FIFA is
I
made
can't
up-
speak for him. Yeah.
FIFA, the federations are made up of sovereign state federations, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so if the UN decide that those days, Boutros Ghali and others will get 410 automatically. The respective countries should also follow them. Is that what they are saying? That is totally different. Ghana, we have our own model. Okay, that's until their Congress changes it. Until our Congress, the highest body of the FA, changes it. Nobody should be talking about.
So the local Congress can go and do that, which they have
rectified it.
It's a case of so probably no. It's only it's only about 120 people that decide.
I bet some of you were on air supporting that. I listened to some of you sports journalists. You were on air supporting.
You said some. So I wasn't part.
And I said some of you.
No, the thing is, you can sit here. The thing is that you can sit here and scream your lungs out. But it's only 120 people that decide.
So you've done it?
I am not part of the 120.
I mean, okay, it's done.
It is done.
I'm not part of the 120.
Okay.
So we have done in sync with what
Kwame Dwomoh and
does.
Fred and Co. Those people.
So the 120 people who represent various football organizations decided that they will go on that tangent.
They'll be coming here today.
Some of them.
Jerome will be here today.
Yeah, some of them.
You see what I'll do to him.
Kwame.
He doesn't have a vote.
Kwame. Kwame. But does this make this is common?
Papa, it doesn't go to Hanisaka.
Kwame Dwomoh. I am saying that this is it's just a leadership at this bogus level. And I will not understand how come a nation like Ghana with great minds like some of us here
that is why you are not at the federation,
that you are going for a tournament of this nature, Mundial, and we don't even know the color representation of this country. You are sitting here as a sports journalist speculating.
What
black,
I know is that we cannot use the jersey with the Anansi design.
I get that one. I am saying that you talked about the third color. What is the third color? Don't come and speculate. Don't come and tell me maybe. Tell me the third color.
I'm going to say maybe.
Tell me.
You don't know.
President Mahama doesn't even know.
Yes.
What? And we are sitting here watching everybody. These football people, 20 people decide for over 35 million people.
What would the color of the jersey do for you?
Hey!
Today,
no, I'm just asking.
Today our jersey has been what? Rejected. So what are you talking about?
The design.
Spider.
Yeah, another one.
I didn't even understand the meaning.
So how is it that I hear our jersey is the best? Yeah. As judged by the New York Times.
Fake news.
It's fake news.
They want you to accept it. That is what they are saying.
No, the yellow. I'm told the yellow is been judged as one of them.
I saw that story.
The first 5 jerseys they said are yellow, and then Brazil came second. Then correct.
Fake from where?
Those stories. I don't know who did that poll, but I mean those stories I don't buy them.
Oh, sir.
But you people, you surprise me. We are running an FA. Okay, compare with the English.
Why you people cry more than the breed?
Kwame.
Who is
the people who run the sport in this country have decided on what they want to do.
Sovereign Ghana. I'm going to sign a treaty on behalf of Ghana to be part of FIFA. And for that matter,
FIFA works with the local federation. It doesn't work with government.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Who signed the treaty on behalf of Ghana?
It's not the government of Ghana.
The Ghana football. Yes. At what level?
At what level?
FIFA is a sporting organization. They don't work with
government.
They work with the local federation.
The treaty was signed on behalf of Ghana before it was ratified here.
Represented by the Ghana Football Association.
No. Who signed that treaty? It's either the president or the foreign minister.
No, I think
that will be run through the football association. Yeah. It wouldn't be President Mahama who went to the inside.
I'm saying that it was a treaty that Ghana signed as a sovereign nation.
I get that, but I'm saying that FIFA as a body works with the local football federation.
When President Mills of blessed memory went to FIFA under this one, Sepp Blatter was what did he tell him in Switzerland?
There's nothing wrong with government engaging with
exactly because it was government. The name
football
that is there at FIFA. It's not GFA.
No.
So what is it?
It is Ghana.
It's Ghana, yes.
But we are here when in their own local arrangement they tell us that if you don't have a football team, or you are not representing a football club,
You can't be
you
member of
cannot be a member of the executive committee.
exactly, yes.
And for that matter, the problem of extension of tenor, Kululu, all those things, they pick their cronies
Exactly.
to be part of the ESCO.
Yes.
So when they sit there and they are going for elections and other things, it is the ESCO plus the regional
FAs,
and those community people.
RFF,
Those who own the teams.
Who own the teams.
Yes.
football people.
Compare with the EPL, which is thriving. The FA is separate. The FA is not part of the, how do you call it? The members of the FA. It is autonomous. Am I lying, Kwame?
Yeah.
Yes. You won't see anybody
A club owner.
like somebody like those days Abramovich or what's his name, Tom Bowling now as a member of the FA.
That's
No,
it.
there's no representative. But then they run and they are running it well.
Yeah.
So there is not direct influence. Even the selection of this players for World Cup for the national teams.
Yeah.
But here, everybody, because I'm an ESCO member, I have a club, I have players, good or bad, I influence. Baba Rahman.
Very
I
nebulous
influence.
arrangements.
This man, Baba Rahman was one of the best.
Yeah.
I'm a Kotoko guy.
Yeah, we all know.
He was.
Yes.
But now he is not.
Yes.
Obi a wey giant blaster ball for all this.
Now he is
why-
not. Why do you bring him in?
And you leave the day are you?
You see?
Why are you suggesting because of Kets?
Yes, I'm
Yes,
suggesting
but
that.
he's his boy.
I'm
He
suggesting that.
manages him.
He is
He
part
manages
of his
him.
agency.
We know that. We know that for an empirical fact.
No. You see, direct all your anger towards this man.
Oh,
He's one of them.
He's football people.
Yeah, you know, from Onkao.
Okay.
He is against this.
No.
No. He cannot be against. He should say it here. Let him say it on this table. And then we speak. He should say it here. He should say it here.
Why are they crying more than? Why are they crying more
No.
than?
He should say it on this
Who is the
table.
brief? Ghana is the brief. And we are Ghanaians. So who is the brief? Come here.
Is it? You
Ask him again.
know, Dammy. Draft that game.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, people engaged in that game before? Do you see the follow back people outside?
the
You see
ones
how
who
they'll
give
be,
it noise.
they'll be shouting and
Yeah.
screaming. And then
And that is
when
scared.
it is their turn,
That is scared.
bazaar.
When a certain,
That is what all
what's
of these
his
Pharisees
name?
are doing.
What's his name?
You don't have a vote.
Those guys are all interested parties.
Yes.
You don't have a vote.
We are all
When a
What's the other vote?
certain Kwesi Nyantakyi was in the chair, this was the example you've given fits with Kurt sitting behind to two Boba Park.
Kwame.
Today, we miss the venerable Kwesi Nyantakyi.
Kwame. Let me quote what Dr. Keke Sapon told one of Kotoko coaches when he was the chief.
I said, boy, here.
Couldn't buy him share. It's when I can't tell
Sir.
you coaching course. Men don't tell us that we are the.
So do you, at this point, what is your problem?
My
Declare your
problem is
stand.
that.
Declare your stand.
How come the
declare
whole
your stand.
jersey?
My stand,
declare we stand
my stand
today.
doesn't matter because I don't have a vote.
Matters.
we
You
are
don't
matters.
seem to understand
We
me.
are
matters.
having this discussion today.
Yes.
That the World Cup, 2026 World Cup opening ceremony starts.
Yes.
We are discussing instead of even discussing how blasters. We are discussing
Jesse.
it because of inactions of the FA.
Jesse.
Jesse.
What? Very.
And you don't even know your third color as a nation. President Mahama, father of the nation, doesn't know the color.
Everybody knows how your caliber as a journalist.
Very astute. Very astute.
Mention 5
Very astute.
blaster players who are going to the World Cup. Do you know them?
After the 26 who are going.
Yes, you mention 5.
No,
You
apart from the
don't
popular
even
ones.
know them.
Oh.
Apart from the popular
I
ones.
mentioned 5, babe.
Kwame.
I
Okay,
thought you said I
Apart
should
from
mention
the
all
popular
you are
ones.
26. Mention half.
Okay.
You don't.
So,
But
let me
those
start.
days, Kwame.
You
I'm sure that.
asked me a question.
No,
you
no
even
answer.
answer.
No answer. We don't want you to answer. No answer.
What kind
I'm
of
sure that.
No answer.
I'm
what
sure
kind
that
of
in the
intimidation
90s.
is
We
this?
don't want you to answer.
Kwame,
We don't
I'm sure
want
that in the 90s, the days of Bukar and those, even to you could
You close your eyes and mention.
you could
On top
close
of
your
your
eyes
head.
and mention. I still remember there's Senegal 92 qualifiers.
Yes.
Ghana against Nigeria.
Yeah.
Ah.
I still remember the players who played.
Yes.
And I could sit in my house every time
Ah.
and mention that. You see,
Yeah.
the answer in post.
Yeah.
That time, Bukad, he used Abra in number 2.
Number 2, yes.
Who was the normal number
Yes.
6.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see, so you could see that these are the players. But now those boys who are playing,
This one, you don't know them.
No, look
you
at
know
them.
them. Do you know? Have
Yeah.
you met any of them before?
How is it that?
Until they
How is
were
it that
I
you
have
go
met all
to
the 26.
you go to such a mondial without a local player? How?
Oh no.
Now, Nadia.
Why?
Keep on.
Shatawale ni nana. Oh no, they are no crowd. Oh no crowd.
Nemenesari is a local player.
Why?
Why?
Goalkeeper.
Who is your first goalkeeper now?
I'm not a coach.
How is it that you are not a coach? Should you
My
be the
mother want
coach?
to select. I'm
Ah,
not a coach.
so you are saying that as a nation we don't even know our first 11.
You're a seasonal.
They don't have a first 11, no.
You're a seasonal.
The coach will
sport
decide.
journalist.
They see, they don't have Kwame.
Don't come and tell me to be praying for black tattoo.
I can have it. I can have in my mind players that I think can start a game for Ghana. But the coach is
Okay. So
the
who do you
ultimate
think should
decider.
start in the post for Ghana?
Atizigi.
Who joins that? Is it? Honestly,
He was
Did
a
they be our
goalkeeper in
Bodu
Qatar.
rack now?
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was sacrifice. They all.
Number 3, Kwame, do you watch Ghana and Wales?
The friendly. No, that was just last week.
Did you see Gideon Mensah and this guy?
Barbara Man.
David James.
Who's David James?
Daniel James.
Danny
the
James,
Wales
the
guy.
Leeds United.
No,
player.
but
Yes.
James is a serious player. Bro.
I did.
Did you see?
Yeah.
And what was your observation? The guy was running
Yeah.
over Gideon Mensah like
yes,
something.
yes.
So if Gideon Mensah is your number 1,
One.
number 3,
Uh.
the number 3 position.
Then you come and
Gideon Mensah is
substitute
number
him with
one.
Barbara
Then you
Man.
are substituting
Wait.
Barbara Man.
As everywhere we want to
Why?
Kwame.
We have not even
Kwame. Why
played
was
one
Cole?
game.
Kwame.
Why was
It's like
Cole
you guys are
dropped?
demoralized already.
There's
Why?
Yes.
way is coming. Oh.
Masa.
There's a read way.
Don't come and
Bakola.
tell anybody to pray for black
The
stars.
read way is coming.
Kwame.
Bakola. And you have by Gideon Mensah and Barbara Man attacking
One
Bakola.
game at a time.
Kwame.
Very adie.
Why was Cole dropped?
We are bringing
Kwame.
it up home.
Why
Thank
was
you,
Cole-
Lizzie.
We are
Thank you,
bringing it
Lizzie.
up home.
Say that
What?
again. Tell them.
Kwame.
Tell
We are
them.
bringing
Kwame.
it up.
Which
Tell them.
cup?
Kwame.
Which
The
cup?
World Cup.
The cup at the canteen.
Kwame.
The cup at the canteen or the one at the before the one
Lizzie, tell them.
before
Tiny
Charles
minority.
Which cup is
Tiny
that?
We are bringing the World Cup
Tiny
home.
minority.
Kwame.
Opposition.
You let
members.
me continue my
Opposition
my
members.
front
Don't
page.
mind them.
Why was Cole dropped? Cole.
They're con.
Derek Cole. Why was he dropped?
Every player can be dropped. The coach wants another player.
He thinks those two people,
Yeah.
Rahman and
Gideon Asari and Barbara Man.
are better than him.
The coach decided. That's why we pay him.
You let me go on. Daily guide.
Go on.
Daily guide. This is your football people matter.
We are bringing it.
The front page of Daily Guide this morning has some stories here. Ex-Maslock boss landed in wheelchair. Appeals conviction comes with a picture of Seldi Nam, Christine Tamaklu Atianu over there. Beautiful picture over there. And we'll see that what will come out of that particular appeal application. Citizen requests 36 companies tax records from GRA. NLA workers threaten strike over deplorable conditions. And that's also there. Soft care champions menstrual dignity, donate sanitary parts, sanitary products, I must say. The story is on page 6 of the paper. KGL's big payment price of state-backed monopoly, not heroism. That's why it's on page 12 of the paper. We go on. We have the dispatch here. Julius Deborah appears to be NDC's best bet in 2028 election. Analyst says so. The youth in MPP have adopted my 3R agenda: reuniting, rebuilding, and recapturing power in 2028. Our focus says so. That's why it's on page 2. Reverend Wengam speaks at the Zimbabwe Assemblies of God Nation Conference. That's why it's also there. The Chronicle is here, Kwame. Adabraka Gold Hitched. Police say docket forwarded to AG. AG says no docket received.
But you know, Kwame, there's this. I don't think it's a myth. You know, our whole cocoa. Then the commissioner of cocoa affairs was Captain Cheme.
Okay.
Ghana's whole shape of cocoa got
It disappeared.
lost. Yeah, it disappeared. Serious.
You move it.
Anyway, so protest legal suit hits Ahafo North NPP. That story is also on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. Emilia Atta declares war on premix fuel overpricing and misuse of community funds. That story is on page 2 and 3. It comes with a picture of the Honorable Member of Parliament and the Minister for Fisheries, Emilia Atta, over there. All right, and so the Ghanaian Times is here. Food supply improves in SHSs. And that story is on page 12. Government commits 4 billion to feeding, says the Education Minister. Estadio Azteca roused today on as 2026 World Cup kicks off. That's why it's on page 24. Illegal gambling drains economies. NLA DG warns. Alaji Abdul Salam. It comes with this picture. Economy records 6.4 growth in quarter one. That story is on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Kwame, let me do a few more. Daily Democrat, nothing but the truth, as their tagline. NLA workers threaten industrial action over poor conditions, operational failures. Comes with the picture once again. Alaji over there. Opon Fusu responds to calls for leadership role in the NDC. RTI request filed for full lottery sector records in 5 years. And DVLA alerts motorists over online fine scam. So we should watch out for that as well. Greater Accra intensifies flood preparedness. Security ahead of Homo. And Kwame, talking about Homo, I learned our distinguished Tomiokan has passed on.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I saw a statement. I don't know if it's these days you see a lot of things. I saw a statement that appeared to suggest
It's not true.
it's not true.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hey,
My phone is not.
but this is serious.
A statement from they have families. Basic
we and what?
something
Yes.
like that. I saw a statement yesterday that appeared to suggest that we should discard the news of his death.
Come chill. You know what? For some time now, the Ghana state is also trying to model their chieftaincy with that of their clans. So this is a very top chief. They wouldn't like it to be announced just like that. They want it to come from the family. Look, I know a guy who is very close to them. I really confirm.
The last time I saw him was last week at there was a
He lifted the ban.
Yeah.
Yes, he
And
performed that right
I
to
have
lift the
known
ban.
him for years. I didn't need anyone to tell me that he wasn't looking good.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
Yeah.
He had lost weight. He didn't look okay. He didn't look strong enough and all of that. But when I read a statement yesterday, I was like, hey, so what about all that I've been reading since Sunday or Monday or so?
There may be something very
We are
unusual has
here.
happened.
I mean, death is not something you can hide. So if he's still alive, I'm sure we'll see him Sunday. If he's not, I'm sure a confirmation will be would come true in the coming days or something.
Come in, and let me do the last one. The Hawk newspaper is here. Presidency bans bought awards for appointees. One off dodgy prize schemes as Mahama cracks down on self-praise culture. Comes with a picture of the presidential secretary, Dr. Callistus Mahama, over there. NPA targets 50% LPG access by 2030. Gen Z rises in Africa. Bosses must keep up. And then find your message, Mustafa. Leave Bute alone. That's why it's on page 6. I don't know what that means. GPHA staff in despair, demoted, ignored, left to rot. Internal labor unrest, human impact and institutional tensions. Comes with a picture of the GPHA boss, Brigadier General Paul. And the surname is not too clear here. So, Kwame, these are many more stories.
Okay, so let me do that of the Class FM Online portal and then we'll get into the stories quickly. Class FM Online apologizes to DVLA over inaccurate emissions testing reports. So the story is here. NADMO to receive 70 confiscated excavators for flood control measures. Okay, that's interesting. excavators from Galamsey. So they are still Galamsey. Okay. All right. Squatters and armed occupants delaying Accra flood projects, according to Martin Ejimensah Kosa.
Squatters.
Yes.
And what? Can
According
delay
to-
a whole.
Yeah, and armed occupants
Yeah.
delaying the flood projects, as if the state does not have security.
So those people take a whole state hostage.
Isiwing, land guards. You are telling me that a whole security of a state cannot match up to land guards. I grow more so. Apenyo marking alleges governance breakdown amid IMF exit celebrations. Minority demands anti-flood task force report amid renewed Accra flooding concerns. Trump and Iran trade new threats after strikes are exchanged. And then in the Salaga region, police detain nurse after newborn goes missing at Salaga Municipal Hospital. Climate change, biggest cause of Accra flooding, not just building on waterways, according to Dixon Sheduya, who is a member of parliament. Sarkodie and Shatawale deepen reconciliation with new collaboration. And then also here, Forestry Commission condemns mob attack on timber checkpoints in the Bono East. There are also stories in the world of business, that of sports, and that of entertainment as well. The big one, of course, has to do with the World Cup, which is starting later today. Again, these days, when I look at the front pages of the newspapers, it's pretty much a repetition of stories that are there. The story on the ex-Maslock boss appears to be on the front page of almost every newspaper I am seeing this morning. But there's the story on the front page of the Guinean Times that gets my attention. Food supply improves in senior high schools. Government commits 4 billion to feeding. And these were conversations we were discussing before the election in 2024.
Exactly.
That there were food challenges there to the extent that we had some. What happened to that story? The story concerning the rice, the rice that had all kinds of things in them.
Yes.
And
that was
Samuel Okuji to
2024. Yes,
that
before.
story just died.
Yeah.
BBNC.
Maggot
Yes,
infested.
The maggot infested, right? Nothing happened.
Yes, of course.
Nothing
Of course.
happened.
Of course.
So at least good to know that our kids and our
I'm very happy, but
family people
I'm
are
very,
getting
very
good
happy.
food. Yeah.
But I want to find out whether it's a local rice. Most of the food there are local. That's what I want to find out, because
Well, what are they feeding them in the schools these days? Rice, obviously.
mostly
Kinky.
yeah.
The breakfast dishes. Ekwegbe, mikoko, blayu, rice water.
So if largely if
Gari,
70%
wachi,
of yes
beans.
if,
Yeah.
if about 70% of it is locally,
Ideally,
yes,
it wouldn't be
that's
bad.
fine. That's fine. Beans and that's fine.
If we can get them to eat the local rice,
Yeah.
the beans we produce them here. The other soya and all of those things we
Yeah.
produce them here.
So it's good. I mean,
Tomatoes here. I'm sure maybe
Tomatoes-
the tin
tomatoes, I'm
food,
not
the
too
milk.
sure. It's more from
the-
Burkina.
The milk, the sardines and stuff. That one I'm sure would bring them from outside. The rest I don't know.
Anyway, but it's good to hear this, as compared to what transpires some 4 years. How many years?
At least now to there's money.
4
Because
billion.
my niece was in school at the time, and we always had to smuggle food to her.
God.
When we kept complaining that the food was not great, we're almost always being told that it wasn't the case. And I remember the minister, Educhum at the time, doctor, even visiting one of the schools and eating with them at the dining hall to make us know that the food was good.
Hey.
Meanwhile, the food was bad. But that's a joke in our part of the world.
When you have your own children there,
No, his children are not there.
no, Namiwi, and they're telling us, you go there for the spectacle. Just
Yeah, so I'm sure the day he was coming, they knew, so they prepared some very nice food, and
This
then
is a
they
man-
took pictures with it. I think it was jollof also.
this is a man who wants to be.
Yeah. And then they took pictures with it, and then they showed it to the world that the food was good, and it wasn't what we were saying.
Kwame-
Meanwhile, my daughter was telling me, as in my niece, of course, that they can eat beans for 1 week non-stop. They can eat rice 1 week non-stop,
Kwame,
and they
this
can
is
drink
sheer
cocoa
wickedness.
1 week non-stop.
Sheer wickedness.
And yet,
Look at us in the
We're
face
being told.
and then tell us a lie.
they don't care.
And he wanted to be the president of the republic.
They don't care.
Hey,
This story will not go away.
which one?
Who's going to be leading the NDC ahead of the election?
You mean the dispatch?
Yesterday they celebrated their 34th anniversary. the
NDC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Flag
marked with
raising.
flag raising and all that.
Yesterday,
Charlie-
and a carton of cake.
Charlie, when I done, please play their anthem for me.
The one from Jiwalaka.
Yeah, Jewel. That is when you're done, please. I love it.
The chairman was there, the general secretary was there, the majority leader was also there, Senator Williams. Hey, Rollins, why am I saying Williams? Rollins was there.
You see?
Then
16
remember,
years.
yeah, so yeah, it was an amazing sight. Yes,
That's the man,
hey,
Mike number.
to witness.
1.3 FM.
Yeah, so that was it. So Kwame, there's an interesting story here for those in Kaswa about some gridlock they experienced yesterday. And yesterday, Doctor was on the morning show.
Can you just remind them that there are properties here?
Yeah. Doctor
Including
was
the
on
one
the
who
morning
just
show defending the MC.
There are properties here. Some of them, there is no one in it. You have decided to go and live in Kaswa, and then when a place is flooding every day, I say, there are apartments here, come and live.
Yesterday it was badly breached.
I tell you,
My dog.
if I'm not here, that
There are apartments here, you say you want to live at Tuba.
So, commuters and motorists traveling from Kaswa to Accra yesterday morning had to endure grueling hours of gridlock after section of the routes were blocked following last Tuesday's downpour, which washed still onto portions of the road from Tuba Junction to the Broadcasting Junction, Mile 11 to Botiano Junction, and between the SCC Junction and the Old Barrier traffic light, which had been covered by stilt. Drivers were compelled to use all orthodox route and other means to escape from the enclave. The already frustrating episode was further exacerbated when two heavy-duty trucks caught up in the gridlock blocked the section of the SCC Junction and the Old Barrier traffic light route, forcing vehicles from the West Hills Mall direction to either climb the main.
Lizzie, you stop reading the paper. Kwame,
What is he going to say?
I wonder.
Have you heard of flooding at cantonments before?
Kwame,
No, have you heard?
dog.
No, not to buy everyone
No, we should
before I
understand
had-
that it's not everybody would be able to afford.
Which one is
And I-
not beautiful?
Apartment.
Because of
The fact that he comes on the
ridiculous-
morning show with a mark
A
that
senior
you-
manager, at Mahamake.
The fact
cannot
that he
afford-
comes on the morning show with the mark doesn't mean he has the money to pay for apartment at
This is a
cantonment.
senior manager at Mahamake, and you are saying you can't get a
Many
apartment
the
at
patrol.
Cantonment.
Kwame, on a more serious note,
Everything here is serious. Don't say on a more serious note. Everything we do here is a serious matter.
Why is dog not allowing KOJ to
Everything
speak?
we do here is a serious matter, my
You
brother.
speak. Let me hear you.
I am surprised that my border,
Your border colleague
that we all live
on the same
in a very
stretch.
terrible stretch. Last week Thursday, I'm told that Doc was doing a live report from his room.
Yeah.
What it
His
means
neighbors.
is that he was
I was with my
overwhelmed
neighbors. My neighbors are.
by the flood. Kwame, you've seen the videos on the page.
Yes.
If you can, I'm sure Charles has given you the videos. Please put them on social media. Kwame, this morning, the issue on that stretch is terrible. It's a matter of national security.
What is it?
Master, idea.
Oh, no. When we are talking about some,
Okay, it starts from which point to which point,
so
so that if there's someone listening to us and it is on that stretch, the person will know what
it
to
is
do.
Kwame,
only
they know
between,
that-
it is only
they
between
know.
Tuba Junction and wherever is a barrier, just Tuba Junction barrier, just that. What can be what's the kilometer? I don't know the
Between
kilometers.
Tuba and
Junction
that should not be more than 3 minutes drive.
Wait.
to barrier.
Yeah.
Kwame, that stretch alone.
What is the problem there?
Kwame, the flood, the sand coming onto the stretch.
Okay.
No go. This morning, there's a video I posted. I don't know the time they brought that excavator, that moving machines. They are dredging. The first I'm seeing a machine dredging a main road. Kwame, the videos are there. Let's show it. They are dredging main road.
Why?
It's a annual thing, my brother.
Oh, but I'm surprised that you say it's an annual thing for somebody who works with a member of parliament.
Who? Me?
Wait, please.
Which one is the member of
You
parliament?
want us to go there? We'll go there.
Which one is the member of
No,
parliament?
let's go there.
No.
No,
Which one is the member of
because
parliament?
you are failing.
How?
No.
And when we say this, you say we should.
Why?
No,
You work in
why is
parliament.
Charles
And you
I
work
work
with
in
a
parliament.
member.
I just go down and
No,
I work
no,
with a member
no.
of parliament. What
Because
are you
I
talking
think he
about?
works in parliament
Allow-
doesn't mean he
no,
works with a
and-
member
Exactly.
of
Exactly.
parliament.
I mean, why would you do that?
You're my brother.
Why?
No.
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 The fact that I
am
work
saying-
in
no,
parliament.
wait,
Do you know why they were dredging the place
They
at
are.
that time?
Well, please, you want me to shift from Doxby? I'll come. I'm still there.
No, you are
No.
still there.
Be
Stay there.
focused. Be
Yeah.
focused.
I'm focused.
Yeah, be focused.
Bojidi.
Be focused.
I am disappointed that Doc doesn't share the sentiments this
What
morning.
sentiment?
I'm coming. You work directly
Me.
with a member of parliament who is supposed to champion the idea of development. All right?
We.
So when I'm talking about an incident which is a national security threat, you should even be part of the conversation.
What is it?
Because you still
What
haven't
is
told
it?
me the problem. Like what exactly
What is it?
is leading to
That
the dredging?
Oh.
an excavator or a caterpillar is clearing the road for you, and you call it a national security threat.
No. The machine is not clearing the road for me.
What is it doing?
The machine is actually dredging. Wait. Get the contents where I'm coming from. The machine is dredging a main highway.
For what?
Wait. Because people are unable to move. You say it is an annual ritual where I disagree with you and personally want to condemn the word an annual ritual is that we are failing to use our head for what it is meant for.
What is he saying?
What you saw, is there any other way it can be done beyond
Kwame,
the machine
The
dredging
other
place?
way, the alternative is for that road to be permanently fixed. What is how many assemblies and constituencies do we have on that stretch?
Why are you saying they are dredging? Tell me.
Oh.
Where? Which part of
I
the
am,
road are
I
they
know,
dredging?
I am
You said in
disappointed.
between
I am
Tuba
disappointed.
Oh, Nimu Howati Keke. I am telling you, this
What is
gentleman.
Matikeke? That is the video. Have you gone on the page?
Somebody sent you the video. You are coming to.
Somebody sent you the video. Go,
And he was there.
there's a
He's the one who
commentary-
Show me
No,
the spot. Which spot? Which spot?
Hey.
What you say?
MFA, put the video on Facebook. You hear
is
my
not
voice.
enough.
I am running the commentary in that video.
It is
going
not
for my
enough
phone.
to say the road. Which part of the road? Which
I am
part?
saying
Which
that
part?
the road just in front of Atala, that Atala stretch.
But Atala Street, in front of Atala is a gutter.
What? The road is a gutter. So when you
How is the road a gutter?
Oh please. The road in front
Kwame,
of Atala
in
is that
any
road
case-
a gutter? No, I'm coming.
Eh?
I'm coming. You are so.
The road crosses-
If you are coming from Kaswa,
Yes.
Atala is after the SCC junction.
Exactly.
Where the
Yeah.
Prudential Bank is
Exactly.
on your right
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
is
You know the place. You know the place, my
before.
brother.
So
You know the place.
I don't know whether it's the same place you are referring to.
I am saying that the main stretch on that Atala road, that place is blocked. The sun is on the what do you call, on the road, and they are dredging the main highway because the sun is on the stretch. The water has flooded the stretch.
But that
Are
is
you
it.
talking about the Atala side?
Yes, on that stretch.
Okay, because
So if you say
I
that
asked,
that
I asked
whole-
about
that
the
whole
Atala
road
side
is
because
a-
it is, I won't say it's an old story, but that
It's an
thing
old story, my
has
brother.
come up 1,000,001
Yes.
times.
That is why I am
Yes.
saying.
The-
that is why, Kwame.
the
look
guys-
at the nature of the MFA put on social media.
the
That's what I'm
guys
saying.
should not
No.
have been asked to
Why?
start
Why are you
that
forcing
building
MFA
there
to put
in
the thing on
first place.
social
I'm
media?
coming.
You want who bear support?
No,
You won't get
no,
it.
I'm disappointed. Look, I'm coming. Listeners by now should know, as somebody you call doctor, should know better when it comes to championing development in the country.
I'm not a development doctor.
No, I'm coming.
So what are you saying?
I'm coming.
No.
But for you to make mockery, I'm coming.
Why?
No, it's a
Wait.
serious. No, it's a serious matter.
No. You are rather. You are creating
being-
problems.
No,
You are creating
you are
problems.
being unserious about a critical matter like this.
Why?
I'm coming.
Wait.
People who are supposed, there was a man who was just beside you. He said that he's supposed to report to work at 9:30 a.m. All right, but he's left home before 4 a.m.
Yeah.
just to beat the traffic.
And he's still there.
This shouldn't be the
There are no
conversation.
cars.
this shouldn't be the compensation because a so-called annual ritual we've normalized it, and you,
which one is the normalization of this thing?
As a university graduate, you
Why?
can say no.
I am not.
Okay.
I am not a development.
Okay.
I am not
Okay.
saying
Okay.
development.
Let's look at it this
But
way.
at least I know.
Maybe we'll
No,
not
no,
look at
Kwame.
it
No,
anyway.
no. We will not. No.
If you
But at
say-
least I know that that stretch of Atala has always had this problem, and this is what they do.
That is why I'm saying that
They
I am
come and
disappointed
always.
that you say it's
No.
a normal thing. And
Why?
so-
But that
so
is
we
the
should- we
reality.
should normalize
That
it.
is the unfortunate reality you don't want to hear. But I'm telling you on this table
But I'm
that
saying that
it is
if you are talking
something
about-
which is beyond. In fact, it has to take a national approach. Central government has to come in because you see the assemblies.
So where has been the central government all this while?
Why?
So don't say that it is a normal
Is
thing.
it the same place?
It's a normal thing.
Is it the same place
Successive
where
government
I
has
think
decided
about
to
2 or 3 years
fail
ago,
about this matter?
the Honorable Sylvester Mensah
Yes.
went there.
Yes.
I think we even discussed it.
In fact, there is a storm drain that has been constructed at Barrier to hold this volume of water that comes all the way from Red Top.
So
You don't know the history of the place. I'm telling you. You think that
you said that
dredging.
in English.
You said you are dredging the
there's a
road.
storm- There's a
And
storm
I'm wondering
drain.
which road are they dredging?
There's a
Which
drain.
road?
There's a drain that's been constructed, which is supposed to hold the water.
Yes.
Has the drain held the waters? No. Yes or no? Has it held the
Yes,
waters?
yes. To some extent.
What is to some extent?
Because this storm drain
The listeners should come
is
on Facebook.
collected.
Mo bra Facebook sisi ya. Bra Facebook. I cry for see. Bra Facebook sisi ya. Live on Facebook. Please. The matter on that stretch needs a national approach. And I'm saying that I am disappointed that you are making mockery
what you
of
are
the
saying,
people,
what you are
of the-
saying is
of
not
the
different
number
from what
of
I'm
people.
saying.
No, you are making mockery of the number of people who got stuck on that stretch.
But I also live on that stretch. So what are you saying?
But you're not serious about the matter.
Why? We are not serious
You
about
need
which
to be
matter.
an agent of change.
No, don't say they are dredging the road. I disagree with you to say
they are
that.
dredging the road.
How are they
Let me
dredging the
come
road?
in.
Videos.
This is a road
They are
that
clearing the
I'm
road for
very
you.
familiar
They
with.
are dredging.
And this particular issue, we've even had callers
Yes.
call in.
Uh-huh.
I remember the must be 2023 or 2024.
Yes. I
When
was here
Sly
with
went
you.
there.
I was here with you, my
When
brother.
Sly went there,
Yes,
and we discussed it.
yes.
One of the concerns that was raised by the locals, if I remember, there was a lady, I can't remember her name, said
Don't worry. Don't
that
remember.
particular organization should not have been allowed to construct that. They sell iron rods and cement.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
those
shouldn't have been
materials.
allowed to do that in the first place. And she gave a history as to why, because of the topography of the land, that building should not have been allowed there. And it is causing a lot of floods every single year. And every time it rains intensely, if you are using that stretch, you would see that the water has collected there. And because it's just by the main road, everybody can see. This one is not like hiding in some corner where people can. Everybody can see it. But my thing is, how is it that over the years, that situation has not been dealt with?
It's a structural engineering problem, my
It's
brother.
no.
So deal with it.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That is
I
why
have a
they
problem-
started constructing the storm drain at Barrier.
Oh.
And you know
what
this.
does-
You know
no.
this as a fact.
What has been the impact of that storm drain? I am saying that it goes beyond constructing storm drain.
They should do what again?
Wait, if you are talking about the structural
Who engineer? Who engineer?
structural problem, which you've talked about, a history behind that problem. Successive governments should have known the problem and how to tackle it goes beyond constructing a storm drain.
What do you want them to do?
I am not an engineer, but I'm saying that successive governments should know the reason why every year we've practicalized it to
Kyoji,
be
I want to
a
believe
norm.
that at this point, the engineers of that area should be Botiano English Yamanfro.
Yes.
So, is it a municipality or
It's a
yeah?
municipality.
I am
And
sure the
his friend is the
engineers
MC,
of the place
for the record.
are aware of whatever structural engineering challenges there are. I would agree with you as to why this thing has gone on for so long, because I'm thinking that all of these years that this challenge has been identified, it should be fixed. So if I may ask, what are they doing about it now?
You know that constituency was a twin constituency, a joint constituency was Weja constituency. So we had Weja Bawi and then Botiano. So the Gas South, now Gas South. The first MC was called Ni Akui Thompson. I remember vividly. I went on an
That
inspection
area
tour.
used to have. Look, I'm sure you remember this woman, Margaret Clark Kwesi.
Yes.
I think she was either the first MP or the first MC,
Yes,
one
yes,
of them
yeah.
in that area.
The MC near Akwe Thompson, on his first inspection tour, I was part of that tour. Kwame.
Where were you working?
Oh, I was working with Pink 96.9.
Okay.
For the fact. And went on that
Give the wrap up for
tour,
me.
and
Because I'm
it-
getting a
it
few messages
suggested-
from your
It
stretch.
suggested
Yeah.
to me that it is an easy thing to do. I agree that it is not an easy thing. Like Doc said, it's a central government needs to come because it goes beyond the strength of the assembly, which I totally agree. But if successive governments have taken records of that particular stretch, why is it that every year we count people would have to be displaced, people would have to be people's houses would have to be submerged, workers would have to report to work very late? How many years are we talking about? How many years of
I guess
independence?
it's a
We will
national
stop that,
problem, because we face this all over.
The one at what do you call Asamoah's building, what's the name? Tuba before the toll booth.
The hill.
Up to date. It still rains and water will come and block that stretch to the Densu.
Because the various assemblies are continuing.
You won't talk about that one.
They continue to give building permits for people who built their EPA. Last year,
Kwame.
they released a report that place is I don't know. I suppose I'm saying.
Okay, I've got a message coming from Mamiesi. Mamiesi is on that
The man
stretch.
is
It says,
exaggerating.
it's a terrible situation. I left home at 6 a.m. and it's almost 8. It's even
Let me-
7:34
let me
now,
go. Now,
and I haven't even reached West Hills Mall. Imagine.
This is the situation you're talking about.
Maybe we need to move
Yes,
on.
so
And we'll get to discuss this another day. Dockland for me quickly.
So I'm saying that dredging there. Listen, definition of dredging.
Wow, see?
The man is exaggerating. I'm telling you that. Dredging.
On that note, as for telling you,
Dredging.
how many?
You are dredging
let's,
at
let's, let's,
How?
let's cross over. Let's
Go
cross
and
over to
check
my
the-
news
the
editor
Facebook.
at this point, and let's have a listen to the letter she has for His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama this morning.
Mr. President, what happened to our road tolls? Your Excellency, one of the unfortunate realities of our national discourse today is the extent to which partisanship has permeated almost every aspect of decision-making in Ghana. Increasingly, public policy decisions are viewed not through the lens of national interest, but rather political considerations. In many cases, it appears less important whether a decision benefits the Ghanaian people or protects the public purse, and more important, which political side stands to gain or lose. One such decision was the abolition of road tolls by the previous administration. At the time, the government justified the move by citing alleged corruption and revenue leakages at the toll collection points. While concerns about inefficiency and theft are legitimate, many Ghanaians wondered why a government endowed with the full resources and authority of the state could not address the problem directly rather than abolish an important source of revenue altogether. Subsequently, allegations emerged that an individual reportedly associated with the opposition at the time had interest in the company involved in toll collection. Whether or not that was the primary motivation for the policy decision, the result remains the same. Ghana voluntarily shut down a revenue-generating system at a time when the country desperately needed resources to stabilize the economy. Ironically, this occurred during a period when the government argued that extraordinary measures were necessary to increase domestic revenue, leading to the introduction of the highly controversial Electronic Transfer Levy, e-levy. Mr. President, many citizens therefore found it difficult to understand why one source of revenue was being abandoned while new taxes were being imposed on an already burdened population. For more than 2 years, toll booths across the country remained inactive, depriving the state of what could have amounted to hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis in revenue. During the 2024 election campaign, Your Excellency and the National Democratic Congress, NDC, pledged to restore road tolls through a modern electronic system that will eliminate leakages and improve efficiency. Today, more than a year into your administration, Mr. President, many Ghanaians are asking a simple question: what happened to that promise? Across the country, thousands of vehicles continue to use our highways and major roads every day without contributing directly to their maintenance and expansion. Meanwhile, the government faces mounting demands for funding in critical sectors such as healthcare, education, agriculture, infrastructure, and job creation. Mr. President, road tolls are not an outdated concept. Some of the world's most advanced economies continue to rely on toll systems to finance road construction and maintenance. If wealthy nations see value in this model, why should Ghana, a country with far more limited resources, allow a potentially significantly source of revenue to remain untapped? No nation can afford to disregard legitimate revenue streams, especially when citizens continue to demand better roads and improved public services. Every city counts. Every revenue opportunity matters. As Ghanaians continue to tighten their belts and make sacrifices for national development, they deserve to know whether the restoration of road tolls remain part of your government's agenda, and if so, when the country can expect action. Mr. President, the question is merely about toll booths. It is about fiscal responsibility, policy consistency, and the prudent management of public resources. Mr. President, what happened to our road tolls? Yours faithfully, Class FM.
Class 91.3 FM.
This one is not over to you, Jolati. This one is over to you, Mr. President. We're looking forward to hearing something from that conversation. What's happening?
So our world is full of strange places that are hard to believe. Today, we have a desert that acts like a mirror, a hole in the ground that burns forever, and an island that looks like outer space. So these places show us that real life can be stranger than a movie. So we are bringing you 4 of the world's most amazing places. Each one has a unique story that sounds too incredible to be true. So we'll begin with Charles.
Well, so Kwame, and maybe let me start with you. Maybe let me ask you. So you have a mirror in your house? In your room. How big is it?
I have all sizes.
Oh, you have various sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you have one that is so huge.
Yes.
Like the one that is affixed to the wardrobe.
Yes.
And one that is standing alone.
I like all sizes.
I see. Oh, I like that. That's all sizes. But tell you what.
Okay.
There is the world's largest mirror. And it's not the mirror you're thinking about.
From Snow White Stepmother.
Well, I guess you like watching a lot of fictional movies and what have you.
It's okay.
But Kwame, and so we're talking about Sala de Uyuni, which is the world's largest mirror, and it's located in southwestern Bolivia. And Sala de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on Earth. So during the rainy season, a thin layer of water covers the salt crust, transforming the landscape into a giant natural mirror that perfectly reflects the sky. So visitors often find it impossible to tell where the ground ends and the heavens begin. And the place looks like a scene from a science fiction movie and has become one of the most photographed landscapes in the world today as we have it. So that's the world's biggest mirror, if you like, Kwame.
Stops burning. Yes, fire that never stops burning. Kwame, if you could guess where this is located, aside hell, fire that never stops burning.
But how is that the case?
Maybe Ablekuma.
Why? Why Ablekuma?
Or Teshi.
Why these places?
Bukum.
No.
But is it in Ghana though?
Dabi, it's
No, I
not.
see.
It's not.
I
We are
see.
traveling all the way to a desert in a country called Turkmenistan, and there you'd find a massive hole in the ground called the door to hell. So what happened was many years ago, some engineers were digging for gas, and the ground collapsed. So to stop dangerous gas from spreading, they said, "Oh, let's set it on fire. It will burn out in a few days." And guess what? It has been burning for decades. So it actually creates a bright orange glow that you can see from miles away at night. And it's hot, scary, and it's still burning right now. Is this somewhere you'd like to go?
That sounds like the door to hell.
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan, yes. No, just to see the ever blazing hole. You wouldn't? Ever blazing hole. I would like to.
Kwame, an ever blazing hole. I
Yeah.
like that. Shall we? And we're going straight to, talk about the Socotra Island. I bet that is something you've not heard before. So we call it the Alien Island. And the Alien Island, which is part of Yemen, Socotra Island, is often described as the most alien-looking place on Earth. And we see aliens in movies and what have you. You know Predator. You see that movie. So there's an island that looks like that. And we know what an island looks like. I'm sure you've seen it. Even if you've not been there, you've seen them in movies and what have you. But this one is looking like an alien. And this is the world's, perhaps the most alien-looking island in the world as we have it. And oh, I see. Oh, okay. So that's an artificial one, isn't it? That's an artificial one. But this one is naturally made, and it looks like an alien. And so nearly 1/3 of its plant life exists nowhere else in the world. So whatever you find there, the plant species that you find there, it's difficult to find them in a part of the world. And the island's iconic dragon blood trees with their umbrella-shaped crowns make the landscape resemble another planet. And scientists regard Socotra as one of the most important biodiversity treasures on Earth. Kwame, so that's the details about the Socotra Island.
How Lot's wife turned to a pillar of salt. Do you know any song from church that has to do with that story? I do.
Which
Lot's
one is
wife,
that?
she looked back. No, it's not a nice one, but I made it up. No hymn or song about Lot's wife.
I'm trying to recall.
No. It's difficult.
Help me out.
Fine. Yeah, but then I'm talking about a lake that turns animals into stone. And I thought that was weird. Like it just turns animals into stone. But this is our last stop, and I'm taking you to East Africa, in northern Tanzania. That's where you'd find Lake Natron. So this is a lake.
Why does it cook?
No, it turns animals into stones. I've never been to. Have you growing up? Did you swim in a river or lake? Did you guys ever?
I did.
Where did you grow
I'm
up?
in the Volta Lake.
Yeah.
I grew up along the banks of the Volta Lake.
Oh.
So it's important you become a kubolo along the line.
So swimmers are kubolo?
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about swimming in the lake. Why the hell would you go to swim in the lake?
Oh.
But that's why I started swimming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kwame, did you growing up swim in a river or like DV, sorry. Please, I apologize. I apologize. But then in Tanzania, there's that one lake you wouldn't want to go swimming in. And this lake, Lake Natron, actually turns dead animals into stone. All because the water there has very strong chemicals. So when animals die in the water, the chemicals coat them and turn them into these creepy stone statues. But here's the crazy twist. It's also the favorite home of millions of beautiful pink flamingos. So we picked this lake because it's both deadly and full of life at the same time. So nature is truly wild.
Yeah, most definitely. That'll be a wrap?
Yes,
For
120.
Want to tune in to Class 91.3 FM as myself, Charles Akrofi, and the very dashing
Irene Sewa
I wish we were
Kwafo.
doing this on TV.
Irene Sewa Kwafo.
Yeah, so people get to see
Yeah, hand
it.
gestures. Good one.
Yeah,
Hey, we are done.
So, Kwame, we are done. It's a wrap.
Okay. Now, Wednesday, former Deputy Minister of Education as well. Madam Gifty Chuma Pofu, you're celebrating your birthday. This is a Class Money Show, and this is a Piece of My Mind, which is a segment of the show where I share my thoughts on a subject or more, and also give you an opportunity for you to share your thoughts. Remember, you can reach us via multiple platforms on our WhatsApp number 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Alternatively, you can reach us on our socials, Class 913 on Facebook and Class 913 on X. We're streaming live there. And then, when the phone lines are activated, you can always call us and share your thoughts with us. Taking note of the calling number 0302 208080, 0302 208080. You give us a call and share those thoughts with us. This morning, I want to box a number of things together and get your thoughts on them. First of all, I'm going to start with the issues concerning the rains. We are not going to get tired of the rains because of the level of distraction it's causing and because of the challenges that it's given literally everyone in the capital these days. If it's not flooding to do with you, it has to do with some challenges you face when you're making your way to work. I'm getting a lot of messages from our listeners on that stretch, the stretch that KOG is talking about, anywhere from Kaswa all the way to Malam Junction. Unfortunately, on that stretch, there are not too many alternative routes. So if you're there, you are literally stuck in it. Just one or two, and then you make your way to one or two locations. But you still have to be in that traffic for a very long time. And I'm asking myself, for how long are we going to continue like this? The issues that have popped up concerning the floods are issues that we've been discussing on multiple platforms for many, many years. Elsewhere, when issues pop up, gradually they find an antidote. Even if they are not going to be finding an antidote, within a very short time, over time they are able to find an antidote. It looks like here, over time, we are not finding an antidote and it's only getting worse and worse and worse. We have discussed on this platform how some of these issues have been caused by us as in man, and how some of these issues have also been caused by a whole lot of engineering conversations, and why we do find ourselves here. It has appeared to me that as a city or as a country, we do not plan. Because many years ago, for those of you who are stuck in the traffic anywhere from Malam Junction all the way to Kaswa, when I lived around Odoko in the early 90s, if you moved beyond the place you call Malam Junction today, and you moved to what you call McCarthy Hill, on the other side of the hill, McCarthy Hill was on the right if you're going all the way to Cape Coast. And on the other side, you had, some affluent people who are built relatively close to the sea and left there. Conversations concerning flats and all of those things were not there. There was men's scrum hiding somewhere in the corner there. And Tetegu was literally a village in those days. You saw one or two houses just dotted there. And that was just about it. You could drive for plus or minus another 10-15 minutes on that stretch, and all you saw was farmlands and a few properties here and there. Look at the number of people who have migrated to that part of town within the last 30 years. I don't have a figure, but I'm sure it will be in their hundreds of thousands. What kind of demarcations, what kind of plans did the city authorities put in place to ensure that whatever challenges that would have popped up, whether it had to do with housing, whether it had to do with flooding or any other challenge, would have been dealt with? It is the same on so many stretches. If you look at the area around Hachu, when I schooled in Achimota Primary School all of those years ago, Hachu was like literally a village. Places like Christian Village and Westlands and those communities, they barely existed. If you made your way all the way to the junction where the Total filling station is, and you took a left and you're going to GAEC, the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, those were the only things that you saw on that stretch, and a few houses that are popped up. So many things you see on that stretch today, it was not there. It just was not there. All the filling stations you see there, all the hostels, all those nice houses, they were simply not there. If you go to Tema Same, We had 1 to plus or minus 10 or 11. All of those communities that you see these days, they were not there. We used to walk to Ashaman to just go and hang around. Beyond, the main part of Ashaman, all of these communities, Zainu, Atadeka, Washington, New York, Lebanon, they were just tiny areas. Today, all of these places have sprung up with huge populations. But you shudder to think that it does appear that the authorities did not envisage these kind of numbers and didn't put in mechanisms to deal with these kind of issues when they pop up. Now, for example, when you go to the Kaswa stretch, look at how we have allowed people to build so close to the road, whether it's companies, whether it's factories, whether it's filling stations, name them, whether it's supermarkets, whether it's malls, name them. At some point when there's a need to expand the road, what are they even going to do? Look at the challenge that they are facing with the Atala company, just one company, because they are selling building materials, the kind of challenges it is causing there. And I've gotten a message from someone who says he's been stuck in traffic for about 3 hours on that stretch. So clearly that person will be late to work, all because of the actions of one organization. Meanwhile, we have the town, planning council or whatever. Because elsewhere, whether you like it, population is expanding. Demand for facilities will be on a high. There will be growth, whether you like it or not. The numbers would multiply, whether you like it or not. But it does not appear like what you see elsewhere is being implemented here. Elsewhere, before a new community starts, all the drainage is done. All the electrification is done. All the basic things that should be provided for that particular community is done before a first house is built. Here, it is the other way around. It is only when we are done with the construction that we realize that this is going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. This will cause this problem. This will cause this problem. And you're asking yourself whether the city authorities have any plan for another 20 years, another 30 years, another 40 years. We talk about the fact that a lot of this drainage is also caused by human activity. And I have noticed something for some time. And I want to believe that there are a lot of people who have seen this. And yesterday it was an eyesore because I was following a particular one of them. You see all of these Aboboya cars that are on our roads somewhere between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. If you happen to be on any of the major streets of Accra at that time, check out what they are doing. I saw this years ago, but yesterday was a sad one for me. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I just left it for today. Most of them drive on our major highways without lights, if you have noticed, because they don't want to be seen. You know why they don't want to be seen? It's very simple. A lot of them are carrying garbage. And they don't have anywhere they are going to be disposing them. So what they do is that around that time of the night, they know that there are so many people who are not on the streets. So what they do is that they drop the garbage bit by bit. As the car is moving, the garbage is finding its way to the street or to a gutter close by. So you notice that they are always driving on the outer lane. And then you keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And then by the time they get to a certain point, when they realize that everything is out, then they just disappear. That is what they do. So if you drive late at night, maybe around 1 or 2, or early morning around 3 when you are coming to work, you would see a lot of them empty on the street, and you don't understand where are they going. That is what they do. I don't want to believe that I'm the only one who has seen it. I want to believe that there are so many people who have seen this. But what are the authorities doing about it? Because it's an accumulation of all the deaths that they are leaving by the roadside that is finding its way to the gutter, because rain or water would always find its course. So once it moves with all of this rubbish, it would find its way to the nearest drain. It will choke it, and water would not be able to flow, and then it would eventually lead to floods. Yes, it is as if we have not seen it. And it's sad, and it's most unfortunate. The third thing that I would want to talk about before I give you an opportunity is the issues to do with our health sector. Yesterday, I saw some members of parliament from the opposition going to some of these hospitals that are supposedly at various stages of completion in the Ashanti region. I'm told there are about 40 MPs because the MPP has about 40 MPs in the Ashanti region. And they were touring a number of hospitals. And when they made their way to some particular hospitals, security prevented them from going there. These are parliamentarians who take decisions for the states. So I was not happy about the fact that members of parliament would go to a health facility to go have a look at the place and why these facilities are not functioning, and they'll be stopped. I do not agree with that. Allow them. Let them tell whatever stories they would want to tell. We are here. People go there a lot. People live there. People live very close to these facilities. They walk around. The other day, Channel One did a whole thing about the facility. I'm not aware of they being stopped. So allow them. But my focus is not about the MPs being there. My focus is about ensuring that the facility is put to good use. I found the presence of the MPP MPs, although they wanted to tell the story, most unfortunate. And this is why. For years, up to 8 years, they were in office. This is a region that the MPP can say they can get a certain number of votes before the start of every election. This is a region that is literally your stronghold. But when it comes to facilities in that particular region, it is a shame, including the hospitals. I live in Accra, but I am from that region. In Accra, I know that when there's a crisis in the health sector and I need one, there are options if I can't afford a private facility. I know I can go to Rich, I can go to 37, I can go to UGMC, I can go to Kolebu, I can go to Bank of Ghana Hospital, I can go to Rich. Is it the same in the Ashanti region? For 8 years, the NPP were there. What kind of health facilities did they put in there? I see a long list of facilities that were built. Go and look at this. I'm not saying that a small hospital is not any better, but we're looking at the sizes of hospitals that can do in so much. You see the hospitals that I mentioned here. 6 very big hospitals that can attend to so many things. Not some small hospital where you go there and you literally have to be referred to a bigger hospital where you'd find all the specialists. Afari was supposed to be one of them. Syria was supposed to be one of them. Kumewu was supposed to be one of them. How is it that for all the years that you were in power, you barely got it to the level of completion? They were said to be at various stages of completion. In the case of some of the facilities were handed over to you in 2016, and all you had to do was to put in the work and ensure that within the 8 years you were in office, you completed them. Yesterday, when I saw some of the videos that emerged following, all those scaffolds with the security there, I was sad. Piles of cement blocks, piles of cement, so many equipments that are being left to rot. And all of these have been procured by the taxpayer, which is you and me. And they have been left to rot. I keep on asking these politicians who are always shouting and screaming, if these funds were their personal money, is this how they would have used it? If these funds were their personal money, is this how they would have used it? I don't think so. But we spent millions of Ghana cedis getting these facilities to a certain point. And because of politics, we did not complete them. We bought facilities that should be used for these hospitals, and they are just wasting away. Just wasting away. And we just come and banter and banter and banter and banter and go away. I always say that I don't blame these two political parties. They know they are the only options. So no matter how poorly they perform, even when they lose power and they go into opposition, they know that max 8 years will go and queue and bring them back. At least the facts do not lie. After 8 years, one goes and one comes, whether they have performed or not. Because every time we have kicked one of them out, it was purely on the back of poor performance. But within 8 years, some way, somehow, they find their way back to office. And we seem to forget how poorly they performed. Sometimes how I wished we had a third, a fourth, a fifth, a seventh, a 10th option. So that when you go out, and it takes you forever to find your way back into power again, when you come in, you would perform. I just pray for that day. The phone lines have been activated. You can give me a call on 0302 208080. We'll take a number of calls, 0302 208080. Give me a call and share your thoughts with me, or send me a message on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Hey, Pastor, it's been a while.
Yes,
Why are you hiding?
Oh, not hiding. Around, but up and down.
It shall be well. Pastor, go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. In fact, you've spoken almost all that I have. I also pray that day will come soon, that we'll have third and the fourth. Because just as you said, NDC MVP has been taking us for granted for far too long. I also saw the visuals and I wasn't happy at all. What do they mean? And look at the way they were coining the whole lies or stories that it was part of Agenda 111. Agenda 111 were told 100 bed capacity. So the military hospital that President Mahama started, His Excellency, which was 500 beds. This is what my brother do remember. The former president even went to inaugurate it. There was a plaque, etc. Only a week time that the chief and the people within the community came out that the president did not get them involved, and there was no facility that shows that they can use the hospital. Then that case just died off. So they should stop deceiving us, just as you are saying, and give us. Today in your in-house discussion, you were talking about the two boots Kaswa road. My brother, even the one who was talking, let me tell you, this is the better state. It's on record, not that I'm boasting. From 2014, some of us started making noise until before we got the road tied, so that today when it's rain, the debris doesn't take one portion of the road, although the debris is still disturbing those settlers over there. So it's the traditional councils and Gas South. That place fall within Gas South, this is municipal. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day too. Thank you very much, Pastor, for calling 0302208080, 0302208080. Give me a call and share your thoughts with me, or find us on our socials, Class 913 on Facebook and Class 913 on X. We're streaming live, or send me a message on WhatsApp on 0500,202. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kwame.
Good morning, Babs. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kwame, how are you doing?
We are hustling every day.
Before I start my comment on the topic, I just want to say something small. Kwame, so FIFA, they are under who?
It's a private organization.
Okay. You see, the very first time FBI start investigating FIFA, that was the particulars I said, no, it's wrong. So FIFA don't have any power. They don't have even committee to investigate itself. You see what is happening in US. FIFA can't speak. They can't talk. They can't do anything. This is a very, very shame. Kwame, you see, I always say we have enemies of the state. Look at what happened yesterday. This is a military hospital. You came 8 years. You didn't do anything. You didn't complete it. For God's sake, Kwame, let's say the truth. If NDC wasn't out, wouldn't they have finished this hospital? For God's sake, let's say the truth. Wouldn't they have finished this hospital? You see? Why don't the minority, why don't they go to National Cathedral and go and see whether it's finished or not? The National Cathedral is there. Why don't they go there? And again, Sagleme was there. They didn't complete it. When the committee in Parliament, NDC committee, went there to go and check around 2023, 2024, they sent their hoodlums, MPP hoodlums, to block NDC parliamentary committee on housing. Nana Otu and the rest, they campaigned. They even wanted to sell Sagleme. That's why I say NDC and MPP will never be the same.
Okay, Babs, I hear you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Here is Dave.
Dave, go ahead.
Kwame, you are saying that this court financial law that these people don't want make it work if it. If NDC come, I don't see anyone that NDC is going on. It's going on in this country. And they are fighting. Instead of them to arrest the people, find them for the wrongdoing. If they are getting the innocent people watching someone coming, it's very, very bad. If those who are doing using Ghana, they're planning again. I thought people are coming. These people are there. The use of property by us. And if some government can, the anything is continually. Your mama is continually inside dirty. But the Spanish people, they continue the work. People who left the work the way they're not working. You see, where they not punish them, I'll be glad they will be proud that they did it.
Okay, Dave, I appreciate you calling every day. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Seth calling from Ajekojo.
Seth, go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Kwame, you see, let me talk about the frauding issue first. You see, when you look at voice and housing at the ministry, but when you come to district level, that is decentralization, we have a voice department at assembly. I don't know it was supervised by the voice and housing ministry or they do things in different ways. That is my first concern. If it's supervised by voice and housing, why they don't have a special coordinating which do valuation about what is going in the district level and report to them, and then the voice and housing ministry will know that yes, their reps in the various district assembly are performing. That is number one. Number second one, it is about the help you are talking. I wish if you can invite the contractor that is in charge of Afari. If it is a military is doing here, there is something is lacking there because I know military is a community on its own. They don't like because they don't hand over the thing to them. That is why I'm not using the military as Afari. I'm looking for the contractor who is in charge of it. Let me come to the minister, the MP. 40 MP that moved to the Ashama, Akumasi, try to know their coordinator or the chairperson in that particular and invite him to the studio and question him that during his term of 8 years, what was the work they done about Afari and the way you mentioned the 6th hospital in Greater Accra. I would say it's not 6, it's 7. Add Marine Hospital to it and you ask him in Kumasi how many are they?
That's a good one. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Morning, fine.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is your neighbor, Adenta.
Oh, Kwame, go ahead.
You see, Kwame, I think Mama has wasted too much time for reshuffling. The reshuffling must come very quickly because some of the ministers and deputy ministers are not performing, who are taking awards. Kwame, have you recently drove from Ridge Junction to Butri?
About 3 weeks ago.
Have you seen the route?
Basa.
Kwame, Adenta here, we don't have any inner road. Kwame, can't we have a plan that maybe every year you will do drainage? You see, like for let's say Adenta, the highway with a feeder road, with the municipal assembly, will do drainage. You see, for the first year, we'll do drainage in all the inner route. Is it so expensive, Kwame? Doing drainage, is it so expensive? I think all the taxes that I've been paying since I started work, it can consult at least the route at my place. Because if you look at the huge money people are embezzling, I don't think that drainage construction should be a problem. Then maybe in the next year, we can put asphalt on them. So as you said, it's like the nation, we don't have any master plan. You see, and I told you that last time that we are two thieves in Ghana here. PPNDC. Only that one party is stealing more than one. You see, I told you, but you don't believe it, but that's the fact. We have two parties. So at least let's try and see if we can get the third post.
Okay. I hope we would have that in my lifetime. I really hope we would have that. Or even a fourth, or a fifth, or a sixth, or a seventh. I don't mind at all. 0302208080. Give me a call and share your thoughts with me as well. Or send me a message on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. Let me hear from you on 0302208080. Especially if you're having challenges to do with the rains where you do find yourself. I'm getting videos, and we are getting videos every single time of what is happening in particular communities, and it's not good. I mean, I lived in Tema growing up for almost 3 years, and the pictures I've been seeing from Tema, especially Committee 5, in the last 3 days has been shocking. I don't remember seeing anything close to this level of flooding in that particular enclave, because 5 and 6 there, Charlie, rich people wait and then they stay there. But it looks like these days, I don't know what's happening there. Give me a call and share your thoughts with me on 0302 208080, 0302 208080, or send me a message on 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Okay, let me take some of your messages that have coming on the back of the conversations that we're having this morning. If you're struggling to reach us, you just go ahead. We'll be very happy to hear from you. Hello, good morning.
Oh, my brother Kwame.
Papa, go ahead.
How are you, my brother?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I know you are doing well by the grace of God. I'm also doing well. And keep up the good work that you're doing, my brother. You see this issue of the NDC's approval rating in government?
Yes, I have.
It's a hint for the government to sit up. Like there's seemingly confusion between Ministry of Agric and Finance should be a thing of the past with the junto anger. You understand me? There should be discipline. Are you getting my point? Look at the Afari issue, the Afari hospital issue. Yes, I'm not happy that the MPP, because they were in power, that's their stronghold. They should have given the people of Ashanti region another hospital aside what they call it, Okofanochi. And your mama initiated that particular place, Afari Hospital. You understand me? In their time, they should have completed it. Rather, they were looking at, what do you call it, this historic hole at this national category issue. Instead of them to concentrate on that particular distance. But all that thing is in the past now. So it's for the interest of our government not to create that loophole. Already, the MPP, they want to make the government unpopular. So they'll look for anything that will just attract the attention of Ghanaians, feed into the heads of Ghanaians to make the government as if the government is to look bad.
Okay, Papa, your point has been made. Thank you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, bro.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
I came from Kutubabi.
These days, when you call, your volume is very low.
I don't know why everybody is complaining, not you alone. But I live in this is Michael from Kutubabi.
Mike, go ahead.
Okay, bro. The truth is, you see, the left part of your article comment this morning. You said the NDC and the NDP that they know that is important, and that is a fact. You said it all. You see, we have engineers in the country. Look, my boss, I work with estate developer. So sometimes when some of us are on radio talking about drainage system, we know what we are talking about. But they are sitting at home. You understand me? My boss is an estate developer. That is what premium developing company or limited. Bro, this man he's a learner. He knows the thing. You understand me? Those who bought our houses will even complain at Fintech. You see? So we know people who come and deceive us and take our money free and shop and they're sitting at home without going up solving problems. We don't see them. I keep saying that we want to be seeing them solving problems. But yes, because of NDC MPP, yes, they are driving it wrongly. We want to follow them and we a blind person. We all going to a pit. Yes, we may make all the money, but maybe we will not live to enjoy them. Good morning.
Good morning. We'll take a few more calls and then wrap up this segment of the show. Hello, good morning.
Kwame, good morning. I hope you are doing very well.
I'm doing well, sir. Your name, please.
Yes, Fred from Hacho.
Fred, go ahead.
I feel the problem is we the citizens. 70% of the problem is us, and then 30% is for the leaders. I think it's about time we take things to our own hand. That's the only way we can develop this country. The leaders are there. When we agitate, they will act. They are just waiting for us to just push. When we push, they will act. Who told they will not act? And I think we should make use of this Mahama government, President Mahama government. We've not voted for anybody to be perfect, but at least when you say something, they try to act. At least it's in a good direction. So I think this is the time we should make use of Mahama. So that when at least before he leaves, we know the majority of or he will raise the standard that it will be very difficult for anybody to, go beyond or come down from that side. So we, the citizens, are the problem. The flooding issue, I think we should take issues to our own hands. We should destroy the things that are causing it. We are the cause, Kwame, we are the cause. And that is why rules are there. Rules are not there for us to smile. Rules are there for you to make us tight, to make us straight. Let's apply the rules. This country, big man, and they are causing a lot of. Let's apply, even if it will cause a. Now we are watching up. We just Gen Z, we are no more like our fathers that will say, they born me to this and that. Excuse my language, nonsense is gone.
Okay, thank you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Prosper, calling from Shahis.
Prosper, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. In matter fact, what I want to suggest or to tell the president, our president, to enforce is this citizen arrest. When anybody see anybody pouring the rubbish into the gutter, should take video of the person and send it to the appropriate authorities for that person to be arrested. If we encourage this, anybody who is doing that will be afraid that if somebody is recording me or somebody is viewing me for this thing. If we do that in 1, 2, I know a lot of people will stop. Because as you said yourself, you say you have seen Abubuya dropping rubbish on the road. So I've taken picture of the person and get him arrested. That is the main cause of our flooding.
Okay, thank you. We'll take 2 more calls and I'll wrap up this segment of the show. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame.
Hey, good morning.
Kwame, how are you?
I'm doing well, Oyao. Yourself?
Kwame, I'm very well.
Great. Go ahead.
Kwame, you see, the reason why in Ghana, when it rains, then we still are in the difficult situation is that we politicize everything. We politicize everything in this country. Kwame, you see, some of the MPs decided to go and visit a hospital. And you think they should have done it and they didn't do it, so they have no right to go there. Kwame, what kind of mind is I don't know how we think. I don't know. Because they were in power, they couldn't do it. And now they are in opposition. And they are trying to mobilize themselves and maybe go there to tell the government that this is the situation. So go and do it. That was they won't allow them to go. And you are here defending this. I mean, when it happens in MPP and it's not good, it happens in NEC, it's not good. So why do you condone this?
Class 91.3
God bless you for a good worker.
Thank you very much, Yao. And I'll take a final caller and then wrap up the phoning segment of the show. Just a final caller, 0302208080. We have an exclusive with a member, the MC of Medina, also coming up shortly, Alaji El Hassan Fuseni Falia, on what's been happening in his municipality in the last few days. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Tema.
Your name?
Yeah, I'm Atu.
Atu, go ahead.
Yeah, Kwame. I think it's time Ghanaians, we don't need anybody to tell us that MPP, NDC, I mean, most of them are corrupted, or those parties are corrupted. But Kwame, the fact is, who watches the watchman? I think almost all of you, the journalists, you are not doing well. Oh. I think if you, the journalists, are doing well and expose them before they leave power, things will not get to this point. Kwame, some of you two are taking some of the back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. We're doing our best, my brother. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. Well, unfortunately, I can't take any more calls. So let me take some of your messages that have come in. This one is coming from SK in Tema. You see, the issues of Accra goes beyond building and waterways, littering of waste, and poor drainage network. Our quest to cover the land surface with pavement, tiles, and hard concrete surfaces turns rainfall into rapid runoffs, which contributes directly to the flooding menace. It's another aspect we should be paying attention to. Okay, SK, thank you. Peter from Opa, you say, good morning, Kwame. I want to know which party's regime did those bags of cements we saw yesterday that we procured. If it is the NPP time, then why they went there yesterday to do what they did when they wasted money on cement and all of that? It's very difficult to understand, you say. This one says, Kwame, the NPP and the NDC are never the same. Some people make that statement only to cover the NPP. Don't you see Tor is back on track to refine our own oil under the NDC? Can't you see the difference? Joshua in Accra, you say. Okay. Paul in Spentek, you say, good morning, Kwame. Please, can you let the politicians alone cause we the citizens, cause we the course. See, since the day we the citizens decided to collect the money from them, what do we expect them to do? They are not going to do anything. Okay, Paul, you say so. Kekusi says, based on the events unfolding in the Ghanaian health sector with regards to the neglect of some hospital projects abandoned by Mahama, coupled with the unpalatable peacock conduct and candor of Akando, it is established that the Mahama government has deviated completely, you say. Papa Bisu from Spintex says, hi, the approval rating of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama dropping from 68 to 58.9% is a hint for the government to set up. Though the NDC government is doing well, there's a need for the government to close all loopholes like the seemingly confusion between the agric and finance ministries, which took a center stage in the media. Issues like what happened at Afari Hospital must be a thing of the past because the NPP already wants to make the government unpopular, hence looking for an avenue to feed the people with such information. Okay, Papa Bisu, thank you very much. This one, internet wahala. Anyway, let me see whether I can do a few more before I go make some money. This one is coming from Chrissy Medina. You say, good morning, Kwame. Since the rain started falling, the stress I face every day going to work is like traveling from Ghana to Europe. Kwame, I wake up every single day at 5 a.m. and sometimes I get to work at 11. Even that one is by the grace of God. To get a car is a problem. When you get a car, traffic is another problem to deal with. Kwesi from Medina. Yesterday we discussed the transport situation. Hi Kwame. You see, government should pay attention to Mushushu rice. Okay, I'm hearing about that for the first time. I didn't know there was something called Mushushu rice. This one says, why is Mourinho saying he doesn't like some players? Okay, we'll get into those conversations concerning the World Cup very, very shortly. Okay, I had a few people helping us with the pronunciation of the minority leader's name. Okay, yeah, we said Alpeño. That's what my other friends say I should say. And I'm going with that as well. Keep your messages coming on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. This is class 91.3. would not go away. In the last few weeks, we've been discussing Medina on the back of the property that came down, and sadly, one person lost their life there. One of the injured, I understand, has to be undergoing a surgery. So we did a follow-up of that particular story and caught up with Alhaji Ibrahim Husseini Faila. He is the MCE for Medina Quantanine Municipal Authority, and we engaged him on updates concerning what's been happening.
Okay, Honorable, in the last few days, there have been all kinds of challenges at Medina concerning the rain and the building that came down. First of all, what is the latest on the building?
Thank you very much, my brother. Currently, as an assembly, we are able to clear all the debris from the particular spots at the entire site. We're able to clear everything. Even there is a car that has been smashed. In fact, the car was smashed to a form of, I don't know if you remember those days how we used to play Chaskele. That's the form of the way, the kind of way the car has turned into. So we're able to remove it, and then we clear all the debris from the site. And then the 4 injured people are also doing well. In fact, it is only one currently still at the hospital, also receiving treatment, because there's going to be a surgery. So they are studying the condition of the young boy before they do the surgery. So currently that is where we are. And then the family of the deceased also came in thank us for the good work that we've also done to support them through the effort of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And currently, I think that is where we are, and we are good to go. Yeah.
What about the complaints of the locals in that area concerning that particular building? Because from what we gather, concerns have been raised about the state of the building even before the rain started. And I remember asking you why that building has not been pulled down all of these years. What did the locals tell you?
Most times they complain from the locals. In fact, the locals themselves didn't give us a direct complaint. I think it was a mid-discussion among themselves. So, just like whispering from one to the other, that's what was happening over there. But we as an assembly were able to confront this man, stop him from working. At the point in time, we even demolished part of the building, because if we warn you first, second, third, we demolish one side for you to have what it takes, or to gather the courage and come to the assembly and rectify your documentation. But this man refused to come.
Why?
So I just don't know. That's what I'm saying. People think it is because of the money involved from the permit. That's the reason why we are taking the permit.
He didn't want to pay.
I don't know. Perhaps that's because if really he wanted to pay, his life could have been saved. One important aspect of this thing that we are doing under the Local Government Act is that when a developer pays a permit,
Class 91.3
you are also
FM.
liable to ensure his safety and security from foundation level to the final completion of the building. Because the moment the person pays the permit, by law, you're supposed to also supervise the project, right from the foundation, the first substructure, the middle bed structure, and then the final. If it's a story, then it continues as that. So per every layer, there is what we call the developmental control. So they always go there, sometimes weekly, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes even twice in a week. But this man refused. So anytime they are not in operations, or maybe it's not weekdays, then he will come right from Friday evening, start work, Saturday, Sunday, and so on.
And that's what I don't seem to understand.
So now, based on that, we've been able to recruit some additional task force. They are on commission colleges, and they are going in there every weekend. So any developer who refuses to pay the statutory permission or the permit to have the permit before building, anybody, they will stop the person. Before Monday, we will also go and stop the person as a body.
Because again, We heard this thing about people quickly building on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Monday to Friday, even before you hide all of these new workers, Monday to Friday, your staff are also there. Is it that your numbers are not enough?
At a point in time, when I came on board, let me say a year now, we have inadequate number of staffs. It's a fact. But currently, we're able to double it up. In fact, now we have abundance of task force. We have abundance of men in the assembly. So this time around, we are doing both the weekdays and then the weekends. Even if you are putting up in the night, we have a standby security for the assembly and Zongo Junction. I don't know, you know the story of Zongo Junction. And today, I mean, you can credit the assembly for the good work done. But it took me less than 2 months in office to do that development. But that is just by the by. So now, in every night, we have another standby security here. So whoever putting up a structure, even in the night, because we have such miscreants around, they only go there in the night. And they are using heavy machines. So before you come, maybe, let me say, a full story can be concrete everywhere. And then the following day, they do everything because they are using there is this name. It's a modern material concrete.
Okay.
Because there are other chemicals attached to it.
Okay.
So the moment they put it there, it dries in the next 30 minutes.
I see.
Oh yes, some are even less than 30 minutes. It dry. So the building continues. So this man taught us the same thing and also continue building. Little did we know that we are going to face this rough. Before even we demolish his home that has been pulled down by the disaster or the flood, we have already started demolishing most of the structures. As of now that we are speaking, I think we demolished about 11 buildings. The same area, at the entire side, there is another 3. But that area, because of the muddy aspect of it, yesterday our car couldn't go there. Well, we are using the chain excavator.
Okay.
So at a point in time, if we try, we'll be in a problem. Because if the chain excavator moves in there, the tipper trucks cannot come there to clear the debris. So we have to make sure that we go in there, clear, demolish and clear, so that there will not be any nuisance on the ground.
When we spoke to you, you mentioned a number of properties and buildings also earmarked for demolition. How far are we on that?
Yes, as of a day before yesterday, I think one was pulled down around gravel pits. But that one has to do with the wall. The wall has protruded to the main road. So we bring the wall down. And currently, I think the man himself has even come back by putting the main wall. So you see, this where I say that our people must be more proactive, because if you want to be reacting towards issues, then you cannot confront the issues very well. Because we demolish it, now he went back by doing the correct thing. And we say charge him for whatever he has based over there. So we are waiting for him at assembly. I think by next week, Tuesday, will be the date that we've given him. If he fails to come, then we are going to prosecute him. Because whatever we spent in that demolition, he must be paying that.
Class 91.3
One of the major issues or challenges that I've seen personally over the years, a big part of this municipality is waterlogged. So depending on the level of construction that may come up every now and then, people's construction activities are likely to cause some problems, diverting waterways and all of that. What mechanisms are you putting in place to ensure that all the water bodies within your enclave, or all the parts of water bodies within your enclave, nobody does any brick and mortar to disturb their path?
Thank you. Within the water enclave in our municipality, currently we have put what we call reclaiming the land. Even where, for instance, the Dakobi River, it is a water that drops from the mountain right to Abokobi, draws down and then join the other mainstream to the sea. But it seems people are taking it upon themselves. It seems people have taken it upon themselves to be filling in some of these Ramsar sites And I always say that Ramsar, yes, you may be able to feel it during dry season, but when it gets to the rainy season, no matter how your filling material is, you'll be exposed. And that is what we are facing currently. So we have warned them, we are reclaiming most of the land, especially the Akobri area, the Pantai. There is another area that joins Abokubi from Pantai, Bola down. That area to stop the developer from building. In fact, almost 6 months now, he has also complied. And so far, nothing is going on there. And I hope each and every metropolitan or district assembly will also emulate on this same system. Because if we approach the problems, we'll be able to resolve it, then the problem should arise before we engage it. So that is where the problem is. But I think so far with Medina, people along the waterways, we've warned them not to take any decision or any development along the water bodies.
Yaji, who gives them those lands? Is it your office?
Not at all. That is where the problem is. You see, excuse my language, it is our chiefs, excuse my language, not all the chiefs, but some of the chiefs that give the land.
They own the lands?
They own the lands.
Okay.
So they give the lands out. When they give the land, the person, and sometimes some of the people or some of the buyers and developers are part of it. Some buy the land, they don't live there, they build and sell. Others also want to buy. For instance, I have somebody right in my area who thinks maybe because Phyla owns a house around Adenta, so automatically I also must live around Adenta. What is not true? You get my point? Because maybe Phyla bought the land from 2001 or 2000. And this is the time you are thinking of going to live in Adenta. Whereas there are other free spaces around the Oyibi, Dodowa, Ayukuma, and the rest that you can get a very good land, virgin land without any problem. You go to the assembly will also show you their grab that they have within the area map. Then they will tell you where you are buying. Either it falls in a waterway or it's a free area that you can build. But sometimes people think, because maybe my brother is living, Dwomoh is living in Medina, therefore automatically I also have to live in Medina. No. I think that notion needs to be educated a little so that people will understand that no, it is not automatic. It is about your shelter, your safety, and the risk involved.
Are people aware that before they start any construction, they have to do the necessary paperwork and get clearance from the municipal authority before they start building?
I think it is also another area that we have problem. I think for now, I'll say almost, I think about 60% of Ghanaians knew about that. But the other percent, who sometimes even, perhaps they knew about it, but approaching such area becomes a difficult task. Why? Because sometimes a land may be sold to 2-3 people. So as soon as I come in as a third party or fourth person to buy the land, I just want to start something giddy on the land.
Because that's what they are told. If you don't start,
the
other owner would also come.
That's the problem. So because of that, people even sometimes bypass the assembly, continue their building before they come back. And then when they come back, we also charge them for penalty before regularization takes place. And that is where the problem is. I think it is up to a time that recently we are doing what we call the community education in terms of development. That is by landowners and then developers who want to own building of themselves. We need to educate you in every community. We started it, I think, about 7 months ago. So we go in the community, organize together with the chiefs. Then we come in with the education, the planning department will come, the engineers will come, even the environmental and sanitation department of the assembly will also join us because it all works in line or it works in tandem with each other. So we need to be finding a way to marry all the 3 facets of department together. And that is what currently we are doing. But I think so far in Medina, apart from the Dakobri area, the Pantan joining Abokobi, and then Otinibi, we have other areas too. You see, I always advise some of the landowners because most of the lands here are owned by Sioux, yeah, that family away. So I sometimes advise them that before you sell a land or a certain, how do you call it, a portion of a land, make sure that it doesn't fall on waterway. But as soon as the land
Class
has been sold, or
91.3 FM.
70 to 80% of the land has been sold, and it's left with the water areas, then you realize that our own selves are now going in for those water areas without realizing that it will reach a time I'll be crying out, shouting to call in the president or calling the minister or even the district assemblies.
Do you think education would help? Because one of the things that I've heard during the period of this rain is that most of the people claim they bought the land during the dry season.
Yes.
So the land looked okay. Then the moment the rain started, that is when they realized that they have made a mistake. By that time, they've already started and then they begin to face problems. Do you think that education in that regard would help?
Very well. Education will certainly help, my brother. That is why we have started that education between the landowners, developers, and even people who are showing interest to buy land. Because if we don't educate them, it will be difficult. Perhaps there is somebody who has his money, ignorant of how a geographical direction situates in a particular area. Therefore, if any land is being given to him, he will just go straight forward and start building. Sometimes even they even build to an extent, even the road reservations that they themselves are going to be applying through the main street to the inner roads to join their houses. They even built upon those roads. And that is where we also come in and demolish. But I think with the education, it is going deeper and it's going well with some of our people.
Alaji, finally, elsewhere in other parts of the world, before the start of a new area or a new development.
Okay, so that was our interview with Alaji Fusaini Faila, who is the MC for Medina Municipal, discussing those issues here with us on those platform. And we'll be going to other areas as well to engage the authorities in there on how they're dealing with the floods in their area, because it looks like it's pretty much everywhere at this point, and it doesn't look like the rains are going to be stopping anytime soon either. This one is coming from Joe in North Carolina. You see, truth be told, are these opposition people? Okay, why did he allow all of this cement to be left to that state? Okay, I'm sure you saw the videos that were circulating from the Afari government hospital yesterday. I mean, thousands of bags of cement. They have been there for years. I'm not too sure we can use them anymore. They may not have been in the kind of condition which will be good enough for something like that to be done. Well, you still have you on Class 91.3. We're going to be getting into football conversations very, very shortly. It's all about the FIFA World Cup, and Ghana is going to be there. Yeah, Ghana is going to be there, and I can't wait to see the World Cup started and see how far Ghana may go in this competition. I don't know whether you have hopes of Ghana going very far in this World Cup, but you can share those thoughts with us on 0302208080, 0302208080. Bedu, who joins us. We'll be discussing the World Cup, starting with the Black Stars and then looking at the bigger tournament in itself. Yima, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
And thank you so much for making time to speak to us. The World Cup finally gets to start. What's the feeling like?
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to our cherished listeners. Look at the euphoria is a bit down. Maybe starting today, that's why. Or maybe Ghana haven't played. Our game is not yet played. That's why the euphoria is a bit down. A lot of people know there is a tournament is going on, but you know, when it's time for tournament, AFCON Cup, World Cup, you see the euphoria is different. You see a lot of vibe in town, but this one looks a bit calm to me. But I want to believe that maybe it's not our time to play, and maybe the time too is not helping us in Ghana here, because our game will be like 11 p.m. in the night and stuff like that. So the tournament is starting, but I'm not feeling the vibe. The euphoria is a bit down to me.
What do you want to see as far as the euphoria is concerned that you are not seeing?
You and I know, you may know much about the national team more than me when you started this work. And you know, when it's come to World Cups, the kind of attention, the kind of vibe you see in town, and how a lot speak about it. But in as much as a bit of people speaking about it, when you are in town, you don't see that something is going on. That's what I said. Maybe our game will be on next week, so you wait to see. But the kind of things I see in tournaments, as of now, I haven't seen it. It's a bit down to me.
In the previous World Cups, many had expectations of the Black Stars, and that translated into, the excitement going into the World Cup. Is it that this time around, people have very little expectations of the team? That is why you don't feel the buzz like you want?
You might be right, but I don't want to write anything of our team. This is an AFCON, so let me recall you to the AFCON 2010 when we were going. The 7 of the 20 team that won the World Cup have a transition to the Black Stars. And when we were going, it was the same thing. That they are very young, they are inexperienced and a limited expectation. But when the tournament started, after qualifying for the group stages, the euphoria changed. So I might agree that people might be saying that because of our recent performances, they are not putting themselves in. And after our first game, maybe if we're able to win, the euphoria will change and the vibe will come. So that's how we do in a certain aspect. But this is what we have now. We cannot just say because of what has happened, we are not going to support them. They need us, and with our support, it will help them to go far as we all. So in a certain aspect, I agree. But in football, anything can happen. You cannot write anything off from the team.
Our team does not appear to have, with the greatest of respect, some of the biggest stars who have played for Ghana at previous World Cups. What are the levels of expectations like for you personally, even before we play Panama next week?
Well, they should prove themselves. That's the expectation I want. If people are doubting us, that is where that they need to come out and try to convince people that they should give them the attention, because they were able to hold the nation in high esteem. And it's a challenge for them without the pressure. But if people are they're not having expectation for a team, you need to change the narratives. And how are you going to change the narrative? By going in all out and try and win something to convince them to have a goodwill and to support the team. So it all boils down on how the boys are going to approach the games so that they can change that expectation.
Talk of approach to the games, we know who we're going to be playing with in the group stages. We're playing Panama, England, and Croatia. What do you make of our chances against these teams?
It depends on how we approach our first game. Tournaments are very, very sensitive, especially in the sense that if you don't win your first game or don't get the good results in your first game, it puts you under pressure and it makes things a bit difficult for you. As you already said, that there's down. So imagine if you don't win your first game, what is going to happen? So we need to approach the game like finals. We need to try and win the game against Panama so that the attention will come on the team. And fortunately for us, our second game, it will get a global attention because of the kind of country we are playing with. Everybody knows England, their media, their supporters. If you see the mind game they have started through Thomas Partey's issue as well. So it will bring a lot of good attention for the players to showcase their talent and for the world to know them. So they need to approach the first game very seriously and try and win the game. Although it will be very difficult because on paper, statistically, on paper and data, FIFA ranking is Panama is 33rd, England is on 7th, and Croatia is 11th. We are on 74th. But football have changed. On paper doesn't work. Statistically it works. But the ground and the test decide who wants to win the game, who approaches the game differently, mentality, and you want to win, the zeal to win and everything. So the approach should be try and win the first game against Panama.
And is that not the worry for many, especially for those who love the data and stats, that you're playing against teams that are so highly ranked on the back of their performances and their quality? What can you do differently when you play against them?
Just to put the paper aside and tell yourself that the pitch will decide if the paper would, what happened on the paper would transmit to on the field. And you challenge yourself that just on paper he's there, he's having attention, but I'm just going there to do my work and prove to them that this kind of games are the games that people want to see. This kind of the games are the games that, although on paper you are very good more than me, but here I will teach you lessons. And we need to approach the games like that. 100% focus. The coach experience is helping us. You can see there's a lot of good bound in camp, and his managerial skills is really ease a lot of pressure from the boys as well. And I hope it will be transmitted into our games. So on paper, yes, but let the pitch decide who wins the games.
A fair bit of pressure naturally will be on these guys to perform and to be on these guys to excel. If you look at who we have and what the others have, and the fact that up to about 3 teams can qualify from a group, they say that it will be up to our players to make a difference. At this point, when you speak to many, they tell you we don't even know who is starting for us and who is likely to come in and make a difference. You've seen our games, you've seen the last friendlies that we have played. How would you expect the coach to be approaching the games with the materials available to him?
Kwame, I think I said in your sister station that the timing of the coach will not make him to do a lot of changes in the team, especially when it comes to the selection criteria. He cannot change a lot. He cannot bring a lot of his style of play into the game. So I'm not expecting too much of changes. What I'm expecting is he's using the managerial and the experience skills to bring the best out of the boys and to release them from the pressure they are in. And I think that is what the coach is doing now. And if you look at our friendly games we have played, I don't want to go back with the ones against Germany and Australia, the recent one. But first, I was praying that we will get a lot of friendly matches to check some of the players, in as much that some of the players was exceptional. But I was praying that we will get another friendly match to check a lot of things. But however, we couldn't get it. It's not a problem. What I have witnessed about the team now is when you go on pressing, we struggle a bit with a high pressing, we struggle a bit. We did make block and low block. With Wales, even at the first half, even with the mid block and the low block, they were able to penetrate through the middle. Why do you do a mid block and a low block? You do that because you want the opponent to go on the flanks and go 1v1 or do a lot of crosses, which will be able to deal with. But when you do a low block and a mid block, and still the opponent is able to penetrate through the middle, then we have a bit of work to do there. And I think the coach has seen it. Then the second one was you do that because you want to have the ball in the middle and 2-3 transitions, you are in the opponent box. But if you are entering the opponent box, the numbers in the box also is key. And after winning the ball, the first half, we're not getting the numbers in the box. And that was a problem for us there as well. But in the second half, things changed a bit. We did one press, and even the first half, we were a bit passive a bit because we allowed the opponent to get the ball, pass the ball before we want to press him. You do the low and the mid block because of you want to touch limited places and get the ball. But first half was difficult. Second half, we came in, he did a lot of changes, very intelligent changes. It helped. We won the ball at the center. And look at the transition from Myanmar, quick transition in the box. And look at the numbers in the box at that time. We're having UNT, Asante was there, Amba. This is the kind of play that if the coach is deploying, that's the kind of style that we need to play. So that's why I said I was hoping that we'd have another friendly match. But I think we have learned from it. The coach is well experienced. Maybe he has seen what I have seen, or he has seen more than what I have seen. And he will work on that so that we can approach the games very well. But it all boils down and depends on your opponent as well. Maybe against Panama, he might go for pressing. I don't know. Maybe in England, they will have a lot of the ball. It could be possible because of the kind of quality they have. Maybe Croatia, the same thing. They can have the ball, but you can use different tactics to outsmart them. So it depends on the opponent and how the coach will approach the games.
When you played for the Black Stars, it was fairly easy to call out what a starting 11 would look like. In this team, who are you looking at starting and carrying high the flag of Ghana?
Big bro, I think somebody like Semenyo, even if he gets malaria, we inject him. So we will need him. You cannot write anything off from Thomas Partey with the kind of experience he has in this kind of games and the kind of teams he has played and the kind of character he has. In as much, maybe there are some of the game that maybe the performance is a bit down, but you cannot write anything off. You cannot take him off from the team. I don't know. This coach is full of surprises because he has a bit of character, and I don't know what he's going to do. But Semenyo Partey, for now, because we have lost our two center backs, a very sensitive position. For what Ajete and what's the name? Come help me out.
Which one?
The center backs.
Ajete, we started with Ajete and the other name is not coming.
No, it's not coming. No, it's not Jerry Opoku. It's not coming. Sorry, let's move on. For losing this sensitive position that Jiku and
Salisu
Salisu have played for more than 3 years. Their partnership was solid. They've been scoring some fantastic set pieces as well. He will go for the same thing. Marvin, the first game with the national team, marvelous. I don't think what Marvin did against Wales, the coach will change and bring Alidu in. In as much as Alidu to his well experienced, 2022 he was at the World Cup. The left side will be a bit dicey to me to talk about it because numbers at club website, at club side, when we are talking about statistics, Baba is top because he played almost all the games and he was playing Europa League as well. He also had the experience in the national team. Not to write Gideon out of the team as well. He also, 2022, he was at the World Cup. He played a lot of games and very solid defender. So whoever you will go with at the left back, I don't have any problem with it. For the defensive midfield, I don't know if against Panama, he will go for 2 DMs. If he will be going for 2 DMs, then he might go for Thomas and Sibo. If he goes for them, I would like that he play UNT in front of the 2 DMs because UNT is very, very good without the ball. He surges forward. He positions himself very well. He's a very good passer of the ball. And he's now scoring. The confidence is there. He's very young, very, very young with his getting experience. We can't put too much pressure on him and this kind of Black Stars we have now. It's a whole nation like Black Stars. You can't put pressure on him, but he's doing very well. So I will put him there. Because against Wales, we try Kamara Dean behind the striker. But those quick quick wingers like that who want to go 1v1 around with the ball. They don't like limited places. So if you bring player like Nyama, Fatah Isaku, Ba, and that kind of players in middle, you are limiting their style of play. So if you're going with 2 DMs, then I would prefer UNT in front of them. Then Semenyo, obviously, I've already spoken about him. Then Jordan, you cannot put him at the bench with the kind of experience he also have, and obviously he's the captain of the national team. And I think we are good to go if he wants to go with, because always we play without a striker. Jordan will play in the first line because his club side, he will play from the flanks. Semenyo will play from the flanks. Inaki will play from the flanks as well at his club side. So he can go with that formation without a typical striker. But if he wants to go with a typical striker, I prefer to put Kwabra as a typical number 9 because at Wolves, when we deploy him at the flanks, it didn't help the team. So there are some players, 6 or 7 players that are untouchable. Thomas, I don't know, he needs to play him, but the coach can change. Gentil is there, Marvin, the 2 center backs, and Semenyo. The goalkeeping department will be very difficult for me. You cannot write a category of anything. World experience in World Cup and international football. His reflexes against Wales was excellent as well. Asari, after taking the post, he's been very exceptional throughout the qualifiers and all the Sunday matches we had. So there will be very dicey for me. I will leave it with Fatah Odelda and the goalkeepers and the coach to decide there. Whoever they will put in the post, they are in great form and I will not have any problem with that.
Yima, finally, how far do you think we can go?
I mean, easy to say with the mouth, but it depends on what and how you approach your games. And I'm very optimistic on the team. If my mouth alone, what I would say alone will work, I will pray that we will win the cup and come home, and I will be the first person going to the airport to meet them. But you see, what you are saying doesn't add up to what is going to happen on the field. It depends on how you approach the games. And I want us to finish the Panama game. After the Panama game, if I have a privilege to talk on your show again, I can tell you where the team will reach.
Yima, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
So that was our former Black Stars midfielder Emmanuel Agyemang there sharing his thoughts. The Mouth people are also here coming to share their thoughts. Some of them, they have never thrown their leg before, but they know more than the coach.
KOG
is here. Doc is here.
I mean, I understand. You can some of these commentaries.
You know, KOG almost got an opportunity to understand.
No, please. He has never played football before.
I played Costa Warriors in Kaswa.
Oh, please.
He told us he almost got an opportunity in U17 and he was dropped at the last minute.
Which one is the Costa Royals?
I was about to be.
Have you heard of Kokojo 11? Why are you laughing, my brother?
Because they play without holes. But yesterday I watched the England versus England play with the second team. I forgot him last night.
Iceland. Is Iceland? Yeah, Iceland.
Really?
They've been playing a number of friendlies.
No.
The last time England played, I've forgotten the team. So I've watched England.
Costa Rica.
They
played Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've watched England. I've watched Croatia. I've watched Panama. And I am I have confidence in the Black Stars for some reason. For I think a month now, I have confidence in the Black Stars, and I agree with what Emmanuel Agyemang talked about. I would prefer, honestly, in my honest view, the performance of the Black Stars against the team we played their friendlies.
Wales.
Just opposing that with the performance of the English team I saw yesterday, I think that the Black Stars, if the coach put things together very well, the Black Stars can pull a surprise.
When you say together very well, what do you mean?
He's an experienced coach.
That's no doubt.
What do you say?
He's an experienced coach. And Kwame, this is an international stage.
He's never gone beyond the second round of the World Cup before.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Kwame, it doesn't matter. I'm saying that.
It matters.
We were so confident in the Agyemang squad. That era, Agyemang, Didi Ayiwa, Samoa Jan, Muntari, ACN, we have so much confidence in it, and we said that because they couldn't win the World Cup, no generation after them can win the World Cup.
Because they were that good.
I agree. But Kwame, everything is possible. I listened to the interview.
But you need to be realistic
I
on the
agree.
back of what you have seen of this team.
The GFA president said that, well, lots of people do not have confidence in the Black Stars. But these, for lack of better, underdogs can put a surprise. I am confident in the Black
Were you
Stars.
expecting him to say something different?
I am confident in the Black Stars.
When
But
he has his Baba Rama in there.
in my honest view, I think that we shouldn't play Jordan, though he's the captain of the team.
Hey, the coaches have
Who your coach?
Allah. No.
Which coaching course did you attend?
In my honest view, because look, I feel that the other boys are so hungry to play for the team.
And Jordan is not hungry enough.
Am I not entitled to my opinion?
No, but some opinion don't express it around this table.
What around this table?
Who stop you from expressing that opinion around this table?
You have an opinion. I am saying, what is I am saying, the fact that he's Jordan, the fact that he's captain. We've seen teams in the English Premier League, the talents here are where they benched their captains before. Haven't you seen countries bench their captains before?
It depends. I mean, it's not just about benching the player. There will be a rationale behind that decision.
Good. So the rationale behind those who benched their captains was because they feel that those who were coming in as substitutes can perform or deliver what they have talked about in the dressing room. So that's the same thing applies here.
What is it with Jordan that you think another player can possibly offer that
saying,
Jordan is not offering at this point?
I feel that he's not offering that hunger for me.
He's a captain.
Oh, I mean, we can be the captain, but you cannot be hungry.
Now he doesn't even have a club. The more reason why he would be hungry.
So that the other teams can. Fair enough. But I'm saying that the young boys, the Yuenchi, the do you have Caleb? There's a Caleb, some Caleb, right?
Caleb Yuenchi.
There is Nyama. There is our top star player, which is Semenyo. There, I don't think that Jordan, if Jordan is part of the team, he'll give us the results we want. I am of that view. But I think that let's all support the Black Stars. I mean, no matter what. People have said we've lost interest in the Black Stars. But I mean, if the Black Stars play at 2 a.m., when they score and you mute your television, you hear go outside. It means that people are watching. Those who said they are disappointed. Let's support the Black Stars. This is all we have. This is an international stage. We have qualified. We struggled to qualify, and we are there. It is only fair that we pray that the Black Stars beat Panama. For England, at first, I think that we wouldn't beat them. But yesterday, the performance, I think we beat England.
Don't let the friendly match deceive you because players don't put in their efforts like that. I'll come to you, Doc, and I'll come to you, Rich. But let me go back to the phone lines again and get a coaching perspective to our team. Nana Agyemang has joined us on the line. Nana, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm also fine, mashallah.
Yeah, in 6 days, we're getting into action against Panama. I mean, the last time we saw the Black Stars in action was against Wales a couple of days ago. Technically, do you think, from what you've seen, what you have heard, what you have been told, what has been written, that technically we are ready for this one?
Well, we are as ready as we can be. Because, I mean, we've missed out on a friendly, and I believe that friendly was significant and it matters because the coach needed to really fine-tune. I think we saw a good display against the Welsh. I could see a pattern. I could, in fact, see an identity, which I've not seen for a very long time. But it's difficult now because we've not had a friendly to, dot the I's and cross the T's. But there's always been good vibes in camp, so there's no point telling you that there is good vibes in camp. It's always been reported that there's good vibes in camp. But we're going to have to wait and see whether or not we can deliver a performance much better than what we did when we faced Wales, simply because we haven't had the opportunity to rehearse against proper opponents. We're rehearsing against ourselves. And that leads to a false sense of security, So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I can't.
We'll see what happens with the materials available to us and the coach that we have hired. You've seen the teams that we're going to be playing. You've seen as many of the teams that have qualified to play at the World Cup. How do you think Mr. Keros will be approaching our games?
Well, in the same way that he approached the Welsh game. He doesn't want to concede. He doesn't want the ball to be in the back of his net. That's his first priority. And so his emphasis is on having a strong defence. And that's why I think the back five will be the same against Panama as it was against Wales, for sure. Because it was solid to a certain extent. Minus Jiku, minus Salisu, it was solid. It was cohesive. There was good communication. There was good awareness around with regards to the opposition around them, where the ball was, spaces around them. I think it was okay. So I think those five will start. And I think it's an indication of how he intends to set out his stall. So I don't want to say defensive-minded because he threw that phrase into the bin. But what it is all the players will be attacking to a certain extent. But most importantly, all players will be defending. So we'll get everybody behind the ball, just as he did in the Welsh match, and then hope to break in a quick transition to attack the opposition, make them feel it when we do so.
You coaches say that you set up a team based on the materials that you have. On the back of what you have said, can we set our team up that way?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. With what we have, yes, we can. We can. I saw a lot in the Welsh in that Welsh match. I saw a lot. When he made the substitutions, you could see the impact clearly. It was blatant, and he didn't wait until the 89th minute to do so. This guy knows his stuff. There's no two ways about it. Correz knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. So you could see the impact immediately. I don't think he needs to keep certain people on the bench to wait for the second half to do that again. I think they need to start, and then you can bring on others who are a little bit more slower and what have you when it comes to transitional attacking play. They're good holders of the ball and to defend probably a 1 or a 2 goal lead, but it's most likely to be 1. But I think we should start on the best foot. And those players who came on, who made the impact, who got the goals, they've got to be sure starters.
And at this point, we saw that game against Wales. We saw the back five that you mentioned. Are we sticking to the players we saw who started the first half of the game against Wales in offense?
Well, in the back five, yes. Yes, we should. That for sure. I think there's some tweaking to be done in midfield.
Who plays there?
I think it was Suleimano who was on in the first half. I mean, he kicked a couple of balls into touch, trying to switch play. He couldn't measure the weight of the pass and all that kind of stuff, and the power he put behind it. That's not good enough. When you've got good possession and you want to switch play, you must be able to measure the weight of the pass. He wasn't able to do that on 2 consecutive occasions, and for me, I'd drop him. I would drop him. He wouldn't start. Elisha Owusu, I wouldn't start him either. I think we've got to, I think we've got to start with the likes of Nuama and Caleb. I think we have to start with, because they offer a lot. Caleb even has a lot to offer defensively too. So I think we've got to start with those two. Reluctantly start with Partey. For me, he slows the game down. He's not at his peak. He's got so much on his mind, that he's fortunate to even have gone to the World Cup. But we're all saying, yeah, he's our best player. Okay, start him and let's see what happens. He didn't play well against Wales. He conceded 2 unnecessary free kicks. He could have had himself sent off. I don't know whether he's in the right frame of mind. I really don't know. But okay, let's go with him. And I think the young boy Boachi, I think that should be the combination. You've got Boachi, you've got Partey, You've got Nuama, you've got Caleb. I think that's the four that should start in the middle of the park. And then you've got Semenyo and let me see who goes with Semenyo. The young chap there from Coventry City.
Brandon Asante?
Yeah. And I think that's your team. And a simple 4-4-2. A very simple 4-4-2. I think that will be most effective.
And that team can win us the World Cup?
No, of course not. I'm not saying that. You're talking about the Panama game. That team can beat Panama. That's what I'm talking about. There's no issue about winning World Cup. We're not going to win any World Cup. We're going there to do well.
How well? How well? And that's going to be my final question. How well?
Well, at least progressing to the round of 32. If we do that, we've done very well, because at the end of the day, we've just appointed a coach just weeks before the World Cup. We expect him to be the miracle worker, and he's not. But he can provide us with an identity. He can provide us with discipline. He can provide us with a character so that we know what we're doing on the field of play. And we can certainly beat Panama, with that squad that I've just outlined, with that first 11. We can beat Panama hands down. And we can provide good opposition against Croatia and England. That's what I think.
Okay, let's see how this plays out. Nana, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so let me come to the area, boys. We heard Kyojishi. I want to take it game by game. I don't want to put any pressure on myself.
No, but you think that Black Stars will perform very well?
That's what I'm saying. I want to take it game by game. I don't want to worry myself.
You've seen the Black Stars perform in the international friendlies.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen some of their training.
I've
and
seen
all that.
a lot.
Do you think the Black Stars will go far? They'll perform very well. We can beat Panama.
Maybe we can make our way out of the group, and then at that point, it's we'll see what happens. Let me put it down. Rich.
Yes, sir. Kwame, for me, three main issues define where we will get into this game. You remember in the 2010, we had a very good tournament in South Africa, the AFCON. We got to the finals. And clearly it was the same team, virtually the same team that went to South Africa for the African Cup was held there, right?
The African Cup was held in Angola.
Angola, yes. And you saw it. So for me, it's preparation. And you remember 2006, even at the last minute, we were able to play some club sides. And I remember that was where Olele from nowhere came up to pick up the position from Samir J.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's the preparation that is key. Have you gotten the same level of preparation? I don't think so. But if we should add what Otto did, playing against South Korea, Japan, and then I think then we came to Austria and Germany. It's a change in the technical team that has jolted the team a bit. And so if you had this man, what's the name again? Koresh or what?
Carlos Queiroz.
Queiroz. Hey, Asimo. So if indeed we had courage at the time, then I'll have that confidence to say, yes, we could get somewhere. But
what has that changed? His late arrival into the position. What has that changed?
Even if he was at the Mexico match together with the last one that they played, yes. But you see, now it's a new philosophy.
Only one of the players in Mexico made the squad, or just one or two of them.
So you play a serious trial match prior to this big tournament, and only one player,
just one or two,
is selected, or let's say even two, is selected for the real deal. It's a serious thing. And see, even the top nations are playing to the extent that even just yesterday, most of them were playing. Some have played 3 matches before the tournament. Others are even considering playing before their game, before their first game. And indeed, if you had a chance of playing either Honduras or Jamaica, at least I would have been in a position to assess the team well. But all I said, let us hope. But you see, World Cup is for teams with character, and of course, coaches as well. You may watch the Three Lions today. They may not be exciting as Gareth Southgate's side, but you see, they have a coach who is a go-getter, a tournament coach. All that he's looking for is performance scoring. Performance and scoring. They don't believe in finesse, and that's what the English is now yearning for. After how many years? 60 years? 1966. Okay? And they brought in Tuchel because they believe, as a German, he has what it takes to play in a tournament. So it's the character of particularly the coaches. And I think people are talking about, oh, the man has not qualified for the second round, but he's still a top coach. Okay? If you consider his role in Manchester United, is it Villarreal or some other?
He couldn't Man United. He was at Real Madrid as well.
So that alone, and you saw it. It manifested in our last game. There was a structure. There was identity, and I was expecting that we have had about 2 other matches to really improve on that structure. That is my only problem. But the character he has it. As to whether that will translate into the play of his boys is also another thing.
We have the quality.
We have budding stars, players that are more of tomorrow. And that was in 2006. The only difference is that the 2006 boys, some of them were playing some of the top teams.
Yeah.
They also had good preparation. That is the difference. But this one, I'm not too sure whether we can move to the next stage of the competition. Seriously, because you see, Panama, people are writing them up because we don't know them to be a soccer nation. But this time, there's not like soccer nation. Everyone is trying. Like otherwise, how can a team like Curacao qualify for the World Cup? Haiti qualify for the World Cup? No. So don't underrate anyone. And I'm saying if you have had proper pre-tournament matches, then I'll be convinced. But this one, Kwame, I am not too sure.
You're not convinced?
Yeah, I'm not convinced because you see, and look, we have a traditional colonial enmity between Ghana and England. Put that one aside. Look, they have the guys that on a good day they can even win the World Cup. And Tuchel is the key. Trust me. You've seen
So for you, that game we have lost already.
Oh, we won't win that much. No. No. We won't. No. Maybe the scoreline we can reduce it, but we win. We'll never. And Croatia, you can't underrate the Easterners. No, you can't underrate them. You saw them when they attained nationhood, where they got, I think, to the finals or semi-finals.
In '98.
Yes.
Semi-final. They lost out to France.
Yes.
But even with Argentina, the last 4 years, they got to final.
Yes.
They lost to Argentina in the semi-final.
Yeah, so
and in the previous World Cup, they lost to France in the final.
Yes. So Croatia is not a chicken feed. No. It is not. Okay. Is it Vadiol? No, all those were in there, right?
Yeah, Josko Vadiol.
Yeah. Well, come on. It is not an easy match. I'm saying if you have got good preparatory matches, then I'll be in position to say for some degree of optimism. But now I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe we could draw with Panama, try and then beat the score line for
we want to progress.
No, you go hard. No, you go hard. Even if you're able to beat Panama, Massa, beating who? England? No. England may not be. You see, you. The last 2 tournaments, where were they? I think semi-finals and quarter-finals or so.
Yes.
Yeah, or even 3 penalties, right? One of them, I guess, was 3 penalties or so. England is not chicken feed. No, it is not. Now they have a good coach. As for the English coaches, when you that's why they went for this man. Deliver us after 60 years. I know Tuchel's record. Okay? So Kwame, if we have had good preparatory matches, I would have been in a position to tell you something good. But for this one, maybe Dr. Desmond
so let me get
perform some magic for us.
The former Ghana under 10 player to the conversation. Doc played for Ghana's under 10 many years ago.
We played top flight football. I've told you around this table.
What was the name of your team again?
Kokojo 11.
That's right. What was it?
Was the second division.
Where?
Barrier. Me here come at na man ko bia yenko.
The bus will not move. Allah.
Don't come and beg my father.
Superstar.
My dad didn't want me to focus too much on the football, you know. But that was
that there will be money.
Kwame, I mean, thank God that after we are back to another experience of football. Starting today, right?
Yes.
7 p.m. 7 p.m. is the opening ceremony. We thank God. But for some of these skirmishes from this, I don't know, this man, I don't know. I mean, name the orgy.
Who?
This your Trump. Oh, the man, I don't know, beautiful thing that we want to experience. He's putting all sorts of things in people's way. Actually, what is this? What has happened? Kwame, I want to ask you some specific questions. Help us. Because me, I'm interested in some of the drama surrounding this whole tournament. I hear some Somalian referee was not allowed to enter the US.
Yes.
Has it been solved or the man has gone back to Somalia?
He's gone back. We'll do Somalia.
What?
Yes.
He's already in Somalia.
Yes.
Because of what?
So from what the US authorities are telling us, they said from when he got to Miami, obviously they interrogated everyone just like you would get to interrogation points.
I'm talking about 11 hours of interrogation.
He was interrogated for 11 hours. That's what he tells us.
Okay.
The US do not tell us it was 11 hours.
Okay.
But the man has revealed that he was interrogated for up to 11 hours. The US authorities are saying that upon further interrogation, the Somali ref, who is Africa's best as we speak, he's the best referee on the continent as we speak, was aligned to terrorists. At the terrorist organization.
How?
You and I were not at
can you imagine?
At the interrogation session.
It has to do with that woman who's a thorn in the flesh. That Somalian congresswoman. Yes, congresswoman who's the thorn in the flesh
from Somalia originally.
Yes, originally. And she's a thorn in the flesh of the Republicans and Trump.
No, but somebody should be speaking some sense into. I even read the tweet from former First Lady of the United States of America, Bill Clinton's wife.
Yeah, Hillary.
I mean, talking tough to their president. I mean, who does that?
It's a beautiful moment.
Who does that? In any way, I learned Infantino too has offered that the matches that were supposed to be officiated by this man should be shared among the African referees present. Well, I've heard something like that.
FIFA referee, there's a FIFA refereeing committee. They decide on which ref handles which match. So we'll see how that one plays out.
Yes, I read that, and I also learned they've given him some compensation. The Somalian referee.
The compensation has come from a Somali businessman. Not officially from FIFA as we speak. But there have been calls for that. That FIFA should compensate him for, all of this.
I will not go into your blasters matter because me, as I sit here, your blasters in there is a no for me. No. They will not survive. No. They will not survive. So I won't waste my time talking about the blasters.
But most importantly, we even get out of our group.
For who go share wine? Panama. You can't even beat Panama. Who come and sit here and talk about this? I say you cannot beat Panama.
You people,
mark it.
You
cannot beat Panama, let alone Croatia and wine. Tell me,
you never know.
Wine.
Anything can happen.
Which one is anything can happen? I don't belong to that kind of
2006, 20 years ago.
Please.
Yeah. We lost to the Italians in our first game, but went ahead to beat Czech Republic, who were number 2 at the time.
2006, you had quality. You had a certain Tornado. You had a certain John Mensah.
How do you define quality? Is it because the players now do not have the kind of name you think they should have had?
Please, I am defining my quality. I am mentioning names and just opposing it to make.
You are mentioning the name because you talked about Tornado.
Yes,
you talked
that
about
is quality. I'm giving you.
At the time.
Because why? Is it not say football they are playing?
they were.
Or there's a different football.
It wasn't just about the popularity. It was because they were playing at
I am
a
not
high
talking
level
about popularity.
for top clubs.
My brother, I own my words.
Yesterday,
The listeners are listening. You don't want me to talk? You don't want me to talk?
Portugal versus Nigeria. Look at the performance of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Please, I am not talking
It was
about
a friendly.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's why I don't take them that
I am
seriously.
not talking about Cristiano. I'm
No,
saying
you are
that
talking about
I am
names
talking
and
about
quality.
I am not talking about names. I'm talking about quality. I know what I'm saying, my brother. I'm talking about Tornado, a certain Tornado in 2006.
But we
I am
have
talking
Semenyo.
about a certain John Mensah.
We have
That's
Semenyo.
Semenyo now.
I am talking.
We have Thomas Partey.
Me bought Tornado, boss Semenyo. Wait.
Semenyo has.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I am mentioning John Mensah. Mention John Mensah. Equate John Mensah to your team now.
Semenyo plays for
Equate John
Manchester
Mensah.
City.
Equate John Mensah to your team now. With defense, you know.
I'm saying that Semenyo plays for Manchester City.
Me bought
What
John
has-
Mensah.
what has-
But defender. Who
What
be
has-
equate, you know?
What has Semenyo done so far when he's playing for the Black Stars? You don't even see.
And look at here, a German coho. That matter cries another matter for another day. We are talking about a certain Michael Essien. What are you so? We are talking about a certain Matthew Amwa.
We have Kwesi
We are talking about mention them for me, my brother.
Suleiman Tari.
A certain Suleiman Tari.
Asamoah Olele.
A certain Asamoah, a certain Olele.
Charlie.
And you say, please, me, nobody should come and tell me to pray for a blaster. And yeah, man. But most importantly, Kwame, and this one I'll land with it. I know you don't have time because your blaster issues in India. I am reading this your Jesse matter. I am still on this Jesse matter. I don't understand why the president of the land, the number one gentleman of this land, doesn't even know our supplementary color or Jesse.
Yes.
And Kwame, I'm reading from this is Daily Graphic today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading no white for Jesse Ghana. What kind
The
of
white was the one with the
yes.
spider.
And I'm even as I read it, Kwame, I'm even getting the impression that it is not even about the spider thing in the white. It had nothing. No. I don't get that impression from the read that I have done. It is not even about the fact that they've used spider. Why? We have Jata in people's jersey. There's nothing wrong with that. The Puma design, is it not cheetah? And I have tiger. So it is not even about the. In fact, it is about the color. The color. I'm told what you see. What? Let me read this paragraph to you. It says the decision follows FIFA's official match color designations for the 72 group stage fixtures, which govern kit combination across all participating nations, while the governing body typically allows teams to wear their primary colors where possible. The final determination rests on strict clash avoidance protocols and broadcast requirements, including contrast rules designed to assist viewers with their color vision deficiencies.
All of these things matter.
Yes. So
all
it
of
means
these
that
things would have played out in that decision.
Yes.
So, for example, if you are in white and the opposing team is also white, it's difficult. If you're shooting with the camera, that's the contrast that they are talking about. Sometimes it's a little difficult on the eye of the viewer.
Yes.
When they have to see some. And I don't know who wrote the story, but that's
this was
probably
written by
Boris Kwanzaa or Kweku Zurek. Yeah. For me, that's fairly.
Yeah, but I also learned that.
We wear the white throughout the tournament.
I also learned that you should have one light color and one dark, deeper color. In your football, you are the football people. So you are telling me that Keto Kreku and his football people did not know that white and yellow are light colors. Me nye visual art da. I've not done anything close to visual art. I know that white and yellow are light colors. What? And the sitting president, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, does not even know our supplementary color. Now that they've stopped us from using this white, what is our supplementary color? Tell me. What was it? Tell me. KOG. Tell us. You people, tell us. I'm asking you again. What is our supplementary color? Apart from the white and yellow.
We'll sort that out. Don't worry.
How are you going to sort it out?
We'll sort that out. You will see us in the jersey. That's what matters. Yeah.
I am so disappointed. That's why I'm telling you that. Don't ask me to pray for this black star.
Doc, you don't think we can progress?
No.
You don't think we can progress beyond the group stage?
God is a just God. He's a very just God. Don't come and disturb him with your issues. If you've not prepared, forget it.
Yes, that's all. That's all.
I am still confident.
So dear, that's why you people. That's why you
I support the Black Stars. I believe that.
Oh, we all love them, but Charlie, no.
So let's support them. Let's support them.
No,
let's give them all the shares they want. Let's pray for the Black Stars, for them to progress, so that the more they progress, the more the love comes, and the more the love comes, the more the team becomes, very stronger.
Right.
Because the Samajan, the Muncharis, the people that you mentioned, they didn't just begin and become Asamajans and the Sule Muncharis. They began somewhere. Based on the love and the support the entire Ghanaians gave them.
So you begin in a tournament?
I'm not saying
in tournament.
I'm not saying begin a tournament, but Asamajan.
This whole tournament, you have done everything wrong. Why do you want to get results? I don't understand.
What is the wrong thing we've done?
You change your coach 24 hours to a match, and you want to go and win.
If the coach is not performing, should we change
yes.
So you are supporting Utuado?
Oh, of course.
It was the best decision that we took.
And nothing I will be no.
Let me give Rich the last word on this, and then we get out of here.
No. I don't have any. Okay.
Wait,
you're not that hopeful.
We are beating.
No.
Kwame, we are beating Panama. We are beating England. Croatia.
Hey, beating England.
Oh yeah, we are beating England.
Yeah.
But England, why? Are they playing with 22 people?
No. But
they are still going to play with 10 men and
when I thought about quality at the time, you asking me which quality? That those days no more bother there more. It's not the same football you are playing now that you are going to play in the World Cup. Why are you going, my brother?
Quality is relative.
What is quality is relative?
On what you see as
what is the quality is
your
relative?
definition, Sule Muntari and Co are the standard. And he is also given a different definition to quality. A certain standard.
Let me take some messages and let's go. Let me take some messages and let's go. Let me take some messages.
I say you are comparing Messi to this guy from.
Doc, let me take some messages and let's go. I'm still trying to understand why Ghanaians are thinking that Ghana will win the World Cup or just showing up on the international stage. Komoro self, if he scored them. At this stage, it is delusional to be touting Ghana to win against Panama. Okay. Mati, you don't add your name. I wish you added your name. This one says, "Good morning, Kwame. I think the African team should have boycotted the World Cup due to the ill treatment meted out to the Somalian referee. Why didn't FIFA change his country of officiating? Football is supposed to unite and not to discriminate." Okay, Paul from Dwayne, you say so. Kwame, I believe we will be beating England as we did in the 50s. When our Gold Coast team, now the Black Stars, was shipped to England and they played, we played barefoot and defeated them 2-1. Justice in Tema Committee. That's a long time, man. This one says, "Hi Kwame, there's always a first time. Doctor, please, let's move on from our challenges of the past." Okay, you are here. I call in Danceman, you say, "Kwame, we are bringing the cup to Africa." You are here. This one says, "Good morning, Kwame. Black Stars is going to surprise people by going far. Believe in yourself." John Abbott, you send this from Sakumono. Okay, John, thank you. Oh, Charlie, some people we are discussing football, we are discussing politics. Good morning, Kwame. I agree totally with KOJ. Jordan should start from the bench. When Ghana is leading, they will bring him in. Knee in boom. You send us one. Well, we wish the Black Stars all the best. They are going to be playing on the 17th.
There's an advert that FIFA does on DSTV. It says that everything can wait.
Okay.
Let the politics rest more.
Yeah.
For the
next 5 weeks,
let's enjoy football.
We'll focus on
that one.
Football. Well, that's why we draw the curtains. We'll be looking forward to 104 matches of fun for the next 5 weeks. Good morning and enjoy the rest.